Hello,
We're
hello.
live! Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yes. Well, welcome to Shadow Space. Woo!
Excitement.
Everybody, introduce yourself.
Like, all at once or one at a time?
One at a time, so that people will be able to tell whose voice is whose, because it's only the second episode.
Hello, this is Tristan, and I will be providing the voice of Barbara the Barbarian again.
Hang on. Let me show Barbara the Barbarian. Hang on. Barbara the Barbarian.
I'm trying to update her art right now.
Also, I gotta reset everybody's star points to 5. Give me a sec. Continue introducing yourselves. I just gotta fix this.
Hello, my name is Jade, and I will be playing the role of Torian, the big frog robot on the bottom, currently obscured by... No, never mind. There they are.
Yes,
Rabbit,
Torian the
rabbit,
frog.
rabbit.
I just love the way you say frog.
Frog.
It's very fun to say the word frog.
Frog. Doodle, introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Doodledar, the Noodle Dog, and I voice Hopper, the android.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm the host, Ulrich, and I voice the meat blobs.
disgusting. They look like frozen Hot Pockets.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get
the
hot in
meat
their
blobs,
pockets.
also known as the NPCs.
I'm gonna get hot in their pocket.
Angry.
I gotta arrange a deal with Bad Dragon to make silicone molds of these bad boys.
No.
Legs and all. Teeth included. Anyway.
Angry. Just use the Dune popcorn bucket, bro.
I think if
No, I'm
you
gonna use
can
the...
silicone them so they can reasonably form a pile that can climb up a tube, then I think you've got something special there.
Oh. But anyway, where we left off. So, previously on Shadow Space Z. Last time, our crew of intrepid mercenaries had arrived at the Lazarus spaceship owned by the Genome Corporation. They had been sent to either get it to finish arriving at the destination it was meant to go to, or send out a distress signal if the ship was clear for scavenging and recovery by the corporation. They were unsure of why the ship had gone silent and stopped continuing to where it was meant to go, so you were all sent in to investigate instead of them sending their own men. As you arrived, you found the ship. You were only greeted by the automated security system initially, which opened fire on you. And when you all made your way to the central elevator shaft, on the way there, you were contacted by people who were able to enter the intercom system and warned you that you had to go up the elevator shaft as fast as possible, and that they deactivated the artificial gravity systems within the central elevator shaft. Upon entering it, you began to scale it and were pursued by hundreds of meat blob creature things with skin and exposed muscles and exposed bone that they walked on. It should be worth noting that they're all, I didn't mention this last time, they're all visibly moist with their own blood.
Ew.
So yeah. And just as we had gotten to the end of session, you had all arrived at the top of the Lazarus, where there was a small, nice, almost mock town filled with greenery and glass and white metal buildings.
People.
Yeah, and a bunch of people living in it, all wearing scientist uniforms and guard uniforms of the Genome company. Which again, to describe that a little better, their company color scheme is white and red. The guards all wear shadow plate armor, which is big white sheets of metal. It's painted white for their company with red highlights, and they're wearing a red jumpsuit beneath. The armor has a very, like, angular, geometric shape, and actually, hang on, I can sort of draw some of it very
Man, I can't
shittily.
believe they look like polygons.
I'm gonna go ahead and give, like, a quick, very shitty drawing.
They look like polygons.
Yeah, I want the line tool. There we go.
They also look like Mr. Mime minus the wig.
I'm gonna go ahead and draw a very shitty picture of the guys.
You cannot insult your soldiers and scientists like that. Only we can. Based on their personalities.
So this is what the armor worn by the guards looks kind of like, as I continue to draw it.
Grace, if you don't mind me asking, what program do you use for all this for the artwork?
He's
Asprite.
using Microsoft Paint.
No, it's Asprite.
Oh, Asprite.
Yeah, it's a sprite drawing software.
Oh, nice.
Mm-mm.
What? I was gonna say, oh, it's kind of like RoboCop, like just ground troops, and out of nowhere they look like Trojans.
It's like the condoms.
No, Trojan.
Sure.
Trojan is the firearms manufacturing group. Trojan
really?
Firearms.
Oh, you know what it kind of reminds me a little bit
So
of?
they're not all about safety first.
They were the
or
group you
protection.
were all working with when you all met. You know,
I can't
that's
believe they weaponize Oompa Loompas.
that's some background lore for the unseen sessions.
Whoa!
Dude, you just literally made peppermint soldiers.
What?
Peppermint.
Oops. Can I have a peppermint? You can have a peppermint. Ooh, too spicy.
You cannot finish the rest of that song because the other than you're gonna be a smackdown with audio deletion.
I do not think I would ever get a copyright claim from the amazing man that is Jack Stauber. I highly recommend you. I don't recommend other content creators often because I'm afraid of drawing people away from my own content, but I recommend the shit out of Jack Stauber.
Yeah, Jack Stauber's pretty great.
Just playing it safe.
Here's my shitty drawings.
See, is a peppermint patty soldier. You know what they also remind me of?
What?
What's that movie called? Judge Dredd. Yeah.
That's, I
Based on
think,
their helmets.
I'd say that's a good comparison because I'm aiming kind of for 1970s sci-fi aesthetic.
Judge Dredd.
Blended a little bit with 80s sci-fi aesthetics.
I am cold.
Not 60s sci-fi aesthetic.
What would happen if I take 5 melatonins right now?
I don't think anything good, but I don't really know.
You'd probably zonked out of your gourd.
And wake up 10 years later? Probably.
There you go. There's kind of what the guards look like. I kind of drew the helmet a little bigger than I meant, but it gives you the idea of, like, hang on. Let me just hang on. I can make this better.
We cannot do anything further with this brand news.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to hear the rest of the song.
I heard the new Wonka movie is terrible.
I heard it from you right now.
You heard slightly exaggerated, but yeah.
I overdid the trimming.
He has no brain. Oni soft sponge.
I'm gonna send you an updated profile picture.
For Barbara?
Yes.
Now, just to clarify, are we watching their helmets disappear and reappear in real time?
No, this is me just trying to draw. Shut up. I'm a
And I
bad
just realized
artist.
how. God damn it! I just realized how fucked up her pupil is.
I
It's okay.
trimmed away too much
She
again,
looks like
but
she has a
whatever.
lazy eye.
Hang on. This is recoverable.
Also, why are you drawing Speed Racer?
Shut up.
Speed racer, do 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 go go.
I
Going
wish
off the edge of that cliff.
I wish I could remember
Avengers.
some of the off-cuff fucked up shit that is said in that show. Speed Racer says some really fucked up shit. Now it's too smooth, but it's
I do remember
whatever.
that. Yeah.
I'm done trying to communicate what it looks like. You get the
Smooth
idea.
brain.
If you
I-
don't get his
yeah.
artistic vision, audience, that's on you.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
put the new Barbara image in. Quality content being made here.
Yeah.
God
Of a
damn.
bracelet.
Oh.
Ignore her lazy eye.
It's not a lazy eye, it's a beautiful eye.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
That eye needs to get a job.
I have a bracelet.
I'll just say it's like an artificial eye or something like that.
There we go.
No! Leave her eyes alone. I have a new bracelet.
It's totally in character for her to be self-conscious all the time.
All right, let's get
That's
started.
me.
11 minutes in.
Yeah,
Miss.
Brian.
Yeah.
I as a DM can get sidetracked. I apologize. So as we start,
Pressing the ignition.
yeah, you had all made it to the top of the ship where there's like the. I just realized the music's not playing.
Hey, DM,
Never
what do you think of Fallout? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
There we go. The music's back. Yes, as I was saying though, the you all arrived at the top of the ship, and there's like a small community, and a couple of the guards come over, and they reach over to help you up, and they make sure that the door behind you is sealed.
Thank you.
What are you all doing here? Who are you?
Looks to
Hello.
Torian.
Hello. My name is Torian. Torian extends their hand for a handshake.
They look at you for a moment and then turn back over to the people. So who are you?
Well. Oh, apologies, Hopper. You may.
My name is Hopper, and this here is Barbara, and this is our other friend Torian. We were sent here.
And I'm Barbara.
We were sent here to relay or discover if something was wrong with the ship, as the original company just wanted to know if everything was all right and if it was going smoothly.
Well, what does it look like to you? You just walked on. You just walked into the middle of into the middle of into the middle of a war zone.
Apologies.
Come on, and they're gonna lead you, the three of you, towards like the commander's brig, like the commander's building. And as you walk over, as you all enter, a man in a white suit with like red highlights with the Genome medical or company symbol on it. Words, the Genome corporate symbol, like has a little button on his over his heart, is there, and he looks to you, he's like, so the three of you are scouts that have been sent out to assess the situation?
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Well, the situation is things have gone to shit. But since you're here, maybe you can be of help. And he brings up a map of the ship, like a hollow map, and I'm just gonna go ahead and which layer? Yeah, okay. Move this little guy aside. So we are all held up, or we're all holed up here at the top of the ship. We can't, and we aren't able to get anywhere. I just realized I got rid of your dots.
It's okay. Cotton candies.
Oh no, we're in space.
What key is it? You, okay. Yeah, we're stuck here at the top layer of the ship where the command, or where the control village was built. And
How long have you been stuck here?
quite some time. Our rations are already beginning to run low, and the ship seems to be on emergency power. The issues began down in the engine core, where the ship's engineers unionized against us.
Oh, that's bizarre.
You mean they didn't have a union?
Unionized is generally intended to be a very negative term within the world of shadow space. Yeah, usually unionized generally means that you've betrayed the company, which is a very bad thing to do.
Oh, right. This is okay. Yeah, this is dystopian. I forgot.
Right,
Hyper-capitalist society.
That's bizarre.
Any groups that go against the norm are considered unionized, whether that's raiders or cults or whatever. If you're not working for a corporate group and you're working together, you've unionized.
So the three of us have unionized.
No, because you officially work for the Scout Corps, which is a disparate group of mercenaries with no centralized leadership.
So we're like freelancers.
Yes, this is the closest you can get to being a mercenary while being officially recognized by the League of Corporations. Scouts are the freelancers of the galaxy. If you're not a scout, then you have to be working for a specific company. But being a scout comes with a lot of drawbacks in that it's the equivalent of you basically have no health care, no retirement plan, no sick leave. You're entirely self-employed when you're a part of the Scout Corps. And there's just a certain code of ethics you need to follow through with when you're in the Scout Corps. Like, you can't attack other scouts unless you're both under contracts that put you against each other. Even then, it's generally encouraged that scouts don't kill scouts. Scouts shouldn't be stealing property, they shouldn't be killing, There's a lot of, little stipulation in rules that you all have to obey as members of the Scout Corps.
So we have no benefits, but we still have strict guidelines?
Your benefit is that you aren't going to
Homeless.
You aren't stuck under the boot of a corporation.
You won't be homeless.
It kind of feels like I'm under the slipper of a corporation now. Like
you
under
can
the crock of a
You can take
corporation.
contracts from whoever you want. Meanwhile, all of these guys, for the rest of their life, are going to be part of the Geno company unless they find an out on their contract.
Oh, dear.
So some people get lifelong contracts. Some people get quarter-to-quarter contracts. And there are competition clauses that allow you to get jobs with other companies. But, and your contract can be freely traded against your will, so you can suddenly find yourself working for a different company without any say in the matter. Scouts, though, aren't like that. You are only working for a company so long as you have an outstanding contract with that company. And usually contracts have a payout policy where you can pay your way out of the contract. Yeah, there's some fun lore.
Sorry.
I think we should go on strike.
Yeah, that'll end well.
Sorry, Cat.
Anyways, what do you need us to do?
But yeah, so it explains that they unionized and took control of the bottom of the ship. And they've taken control of areas. Hang on. I've been using the whole talk to also be drawing on the map. They've locked the crew out of the entirety of the ship and have taken control of most of the lower levels, as far as they can tell. Oh, hang on, that's barely visible. They've taken control of most of the lower levels. But at a certain point, the automated security systems have begun to hold them back. But
You mean the turrets?
Yes. But the issue is, the automated security systems have been turned against the staff as well. They've had to deactivate all of their turrets on this level to avoid getting shot up. So, they could definitely use the aid of somebody going down and reprogramming the automated security systems that are still intact. But there's an extra layer of difficulty. Somehow, those bastards have managed to resuscitate all of the failed projects.
The things that were just chasing us down in the elevator shaft.
Yes. We don't know how much of the ship they're permeating or how many there are. But, as you just saw, there's likely hundreds of them.
Too many. I mean,
It seems as though
surprised.
It seems as though they've been planning their unionization for a while. See, when projects fail, we flush them down to the base level to be incinerated. But the number they have, they've been stockpiling our experiments and somehow resuscitating them.
That's not good.
So, we could use you going down to the main security control level. It's only a few levels down. Hang on, I'm trying to... Yeah, it's only a few levels down. But we haven't been able to... Anybody we've sent has yet to return.
So you're telling me, after all this, the trouble of getting up here, we have to go all the way back down?
Huh. Unless you want to stay up here with us until we run out of food.
Well, at least you have food.
Not much more. And I'm gonna be honest, we aren't willing to share currently.
I'm aware this might possibly be out of line, but have you pondered eating the flesh bugs? If required for sustenance.
They're grown from human flesh. It'll induce a number of diseases within us.
Oh.
Understandable.
So you have pondered it.
We've already determined that the costs would outweigh the benefits. Words. And on top of that, we also have the issue of we need to regain the control of the ship before we go drifting into the pulse jet star.
Oh, right. Yes, that would be very much need to be dealt with sooner than later.
Step 1, though, is getting control of the automated security. We can't do anything to turn down the turrets from up here, and we give you full permission to disable them, so long as you leave them in a state where they're recoverable, because we'll need to use them to defend ourselves. In addition, we have a small number of autonomous security drones that you'll have to contend with. Consider this part of your current contract. If you were sent to get the laydown on us, I assume you were also intended to help scavenge the ship. I doubt the corporation would want to lose. I doubt the company would want to lose the research data on here.
Of course. All right. So is the only entry just through that door? Or is there other possible ways of leaving the room?
Well, the elevator shaft would be the easiest way up and down, but you'll likely have to contend with more of the failed experiments. Outside of that, you see, he thinks for a moment. Many of the levels have built-in escape pods on the rear, or on Sorry, I'm trying to picture a clock in my head. Is it 3 o'clock is the far right of a clock? Yeah.
Yes.
In the 3...
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. In the 3 o'clock position, we have escape pods are all across the side of the ship. You could theoretically spacewalk your way to that level.
Barbara's only aware of digital clocks because it's the future.
Yeah. In space, people generally all ships most ships take a cylindrical form, like large scale ships, and because of that, the 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock positioning is still a thing used for mapping and navigating, just for explanation, because there is no North or South Pole in space.
Of course, that would be ridiculous.
But yeah, he explains that, like, on this map here, it would be, this is where the escape pods would be if you were to go back down to the floor you were on previously.
Let's see. Huh. I don't think it's
So,
safe for
we
us
have
to
to
go
go-
down the elevator right now. They're already aware that we're up here.
Yeah, sorry about that. The Union probably heard the message I sent to you and immediately responded by letting loose their creatures into the shaft. But we had no other way to get the message to you other than the intercom system.
It's understandable. We very much appreciate it. I'm very certain that we will figure out and get you all safe and handle the situation swiftly as possible. Is there any other information that we can gather?
That would help us stay alive, perhaps?
Well, you see, they think for a moment. The main levels of the ship in which experimentation had been going on was these levels. Hang on, I keep hitting the wrong key. I don't know if they've managed, It's very possible that more experiments could have escaped within those levels. Ones stronger than the disposed of ones have been being set loose by the Union. So be careful in case any of them have gotten loose.
Is there something that we should be careful of? Is it alright if we were to come across any of the other chambers of your experiments? Do you wish us to not damage any of the tubing or whatever, or?
Reducing the damage as much as possible would be beneficial, but ultimately the most important thing is the research data aboard the vessel. If you deem it necessary, you have permission to open fire on any experiments.
Is there anything in your rooms that would benefit us? Help us not die? Maybe some...
The level we're sending you to is the primary security level. You'll be able to find more equipment there if you need it, but we can lend you some stuff up here before sending you down. It's the least we can do.
Much appreciated.
I agree.
And so...
I mean, yeah, much appreciated.
Apologies. Did you note that are the floors that you mentioned where the experiments were running loose, might there also perhaps be some research documents or data available so that we may learn more about them?
That is company data. We'd prefer we'd prefer you not go digging into our terminals.
Very well.
Barbara winks at Torian.
But I suppose, or actually, do you want to do a charm check to try and get more info from them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get my dice roller.
Sorry, who's rolling?
Do you want to do your own rolls? You can do your own rolls.
No. I mean, who's doing the charm check?
Who
I
wants to?
think you might be better. I chose intimidation as a strength, but I think charm will be more helpful for us right now.
Okay. I will use the power of
Barbie.
All right.
attractive.
You are attractive, which gives you a bonus die. Anything else you have that would aid in this charm?
all I wrote down.
All right.
I didn't write down charisma.
In these trying times, y'all need to remember, I'm hot.
Sexy robot. But also, people don't consider you a sentient creature, and so you don't have rights, which will negatively impact many checks. But it gives you bonus checks
Excuse me.
against other machines.
Which means people can
DM.
just ogle you whenever they want without feeling self-conscious or weird about it.
What's your question, Doodle?
I have a shield as well.
Oh yeah, we
That's
talked
good.
about that, and I let you. I said you would need to spend data to make sure you got your hero points in order to get your ship or your shield this session. So I'm gonna take 3 star points because you had forgotten to
Okay.
write it down
Yeah.
previously.
Well, not on the record of recorded. Is also I have spent the credits for it, and you also argued it was okay with the star.
Oh, you're
points,
right.
But that is fine.
That's right. I forgot. I let you spend the star points you had left over at the end of last session. My bad. I do remember that conversation now. But
It's alright.
you attempt to charm him, and you got 3 successes. If people want to know how dice rolls are done, you can check the Discord linked below, and there's a Heart of Action chat where all of the basic fundamentals of this system's rules are in play. What isn't written out there are things like enemy stats, weapon and armor stats. All of that is in my own private notes that will eventually be in a published version of this if I ever get that done. But yeah. Words. I can use them. You
Allegedly.
So how do you word your charming of him for more information? Or do you not want to word it? Do you want to just say you did a charm check? Because I don't want to make players roleplay things they don't want to roleplay.
Oh, I don't know, mister. I think this all sounds very scary.
Don't like
I
that.
just wish there was...
Giving you a star point for the woo talk, but I don't like it. Go on.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it either.
I'm now ravenously horny.
I sure wish you could give us something that would make me feel a little braver down there.
So,
Bat's eyes.
he contemplates, he's like, what we were doing aboard this vessel, or I suppose it would be helpful to let you know what you're facing. What we were doing aboard this vessel was attempting to create genome soldiers. Artificial life forms grown from human stem cells in order to serve as biological autonomous soldiers that could hopefully replace machinery. Something that would be able to operate in shadow space without the expense of shielding. As well as something that could be produced more cost-effectively and less resource-intensive. So, on those levels, you'll find, or the creatures you're facing, the creatures you've already seen are our failed growths. You'll likely see more advanced ones on those levels that may be capable of wielding equipment, or firearms and other equipment. So, they'll have a much higher intelligence, so you'll have to be careful.
Very well.
I just give him an annoyed look.
But yeah, when they said they were going to equip you, they're going to give you some of their armor, which...
Who's you?
Barbara.
Okay.
So, your armor only provides up to 5 protection, but it also has 100 health, just like everybody else's. Oop, my headphones are falling off. There we go. And it's like their tacky red and white color scheme.
I look at it in disgust, but I decide, I'll take what I can get, and then incinerate it as soon as we're done here.
We'll be asking for it back when you're done. All of you are they offer weapons. Who wants to take them? They won't let anybody who's visibly armed take a weapon. So
Hopper visibly does not have a gun.
yeah, I don't think any of you have visible firearms in your
Yeah.
possession,
Now,
do
when
you?
you say armed,
I'm gonna give you a star point for that.
yay! No, but seriously, that is a legitimate question.
They cannot tell that there's weaponry within your within your robot arm. So they're gonna give each of you a shadow plasma cannon. So go ahead and quickly write down. Or I'll send it to you in yeah, I'll send it to you in
All right,
DMs.
okay.
Give me a second. I'm just gonna give you the stats of these guns.
Inventory.
I'm writing right now.
Mhm.
I recommend you do it over we have a specific chat over in the our server. That way we can keep track of things more easily. Don't put your inventory in here, please. Because
I
we
have
will.
it in my characters.
If you keep it in the DMs,
I
we
thought I
will
was
lose track
in
of
the-
it very quickly.
I have it in
Okay.
my characters. My characters inventory.
Yeah,
I
just
thought I
said.
was in my character thing.
Yeah, no, you were typing it to DMs.
Damn it.
I'm just gonna go ahead and put down the stats of the shadow cannon in DMs real fast.
I'm on the phone. How could you?
Can't spell tonight.
How do I want to word, like, the word for how many shots you get before it starts to overheat?
Rounds.
Yeah, I'll put down rounds. So, these guns have unlimited ammo, but the way that they work is at some point you must spend a minor action to ventilate it, and if you do not ventilate them before they overheat, they will make you ventilate them. So let me just go ahead and...
Like Covenant weaponry.
I don't know what the Covenant is. Oh, wait, that's Halo, right?
Yes.
I just played that for the first time recently. The first one.
I know. I saw it in your stream, and you played it in the remastered settings.
Yeah?
You. Oh. You blasphemer.
Listen, it looks nice. There are moments where it doesn't look great.
Yeah, but
it's weird.
The horror parts are like
I did swap back and forth situationally.
Okay.
But I spent a majority of the game in the new graphics. So these guns can get 3 shots before you must spend a minor action to cool them down, and you all have the damage stats on your end. So for context, because they are only doing 4 damage, all of you could get shot without it doing any damage to your armor.
Cool.
Shadow Space, more so than my other campaigns, like the Fallout one, is very much built with the expectation that you're all going to eventually start spending leveling points on getting more actions in one turn. Hence why these guns have these limitations on them. To cap how much you can fire them and make use of them. And
So venting is a major action?
it's a minor action.
Oh, good.
So you could, but also you can only shoot it once per turn. It's a major action to give it 1 fire. 1 shot.
Yeah.
So you can go 3 turns before having to spend a minor action venting it, but let's say further down in the game, you have 5 or 6 actions on your turn, you can stock still in position, if you have 5 actions, you can shoot 3 times, spend your minor action venting, and then fire 2 more times, all in 1 turn, theoretically.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, there's a lot I have going on for mechanical complexity in Shadow Space that will only flesh out as we get further in, and it has the funny thing of, it means early game you're gonna feel very untouchable because you have so much armor and so many shields. Then you're gonna hit this point in the mid game where all the enemies have caught up to your defenses, where they're just gonna start like dissolving your armor like it's fucking wet cardboard. And then, but then in the late game, you'll once again be untouchable badasses. That's my expectation of flow, anyway, from testing I've done in the past. Anyway, so yeah, you all now have these guns, but they're gonna ask for these guns back at the end, just like the armor. So you only have these guns, and Barbara only has their armor for the duration of this mission.
Okay.
So with that, they're gonna offer, it's like, you know, if you need medical attention, they'll give it to you. If you want to stop and rest and eat a little bit, that's all okay as well.
Who's they?
The people up here, they're all okay with you resting for a little while.
I thought you meant once we get started.
Oh no, I'm saying like the people you're with right now, the Genome employees are all like, listen, like, you can rest, we'll help give you medical treatments, take your time, and then we'll, but we are going to send you, or you should get down sooner rather than later. But if you want to try and walk around and talk with people up here and gather more intel before going on, you can.
Barbara out here about to find her kin.
Is there more intel to gather?
I mean, there's all of the staff are up here, all of the staff that haven't joined the union, so there's people you can go around and talk to. If you want to.
Oh. Space weather, huh?
God damn it, I'm gonna have to give you a point for that again.
I don't know. I can't think of anything else we would need to know.
Oh, I should ask. So, the three of us have a phone plan. Would it be possible for us to maintain communication with all of you as we descend into the ship?
Yeah, you know what?
Needed?
You guys exchange
That's a
communication
great
details.
Marvelous.
So,
Now
yeah.
they will not know if you need something from us or need to alert us of something. Now you have the upper ground. Literally.
Yeah, that's really clever thinking. You just gave them your communication details, so now they can talk with you without initiating, like, you know, without
Ambushes.
Yeah.
We will get the drop on them. Torian legit the frog hops on their corpses.
You see enemies? I see lily pads.
Okay, hang on. I gotta hand out some star points for funniness. Oops. Sorry, I keep flashing.
Activate their Mario.
Giving all these strangers my number. You know what I mean?
Well, keep in mind, these are what you have aren't phones; they're communication devices, and so like, you are attuning, you are creating connective lines between the different things, you know, and there's a limit to the range that these all have. Obviously, you guys have some relatively low-end ones that won't extend over like the solar system, and you can also just remove communication connections with different people.
Back in the day, that was called blocking.
Yeah, exactly. You can just remove your connections.
Okay.
Barbara finds that one cute guy. Call me.
I give him my Snapchat, my Instagram.
I'm just drawing out some of the what's going on up here in terms of buildings.
So, Hopper is gonna approach a scientist.
Oh, you're gonna look for one of the scientists. All right.
Yes.
What's your? Yeah, they look up. They're like, oh, scout.
Hi. I do apologize for the inconvenience that you have been put into from the onslaught and surprise from this union in the ship. But is there any information you can foretell me of exactly what occurred for this sudden assault?
I mean, how much is there to really say? You know how unions are.
True. But I guess I'm just trying to figure out, was there any potential clues or hints that they were preparing to unionize?
Well, now that you mention it, there was some weird chatter, or chatter going on between them. A while ago, one of the engineers fell, one of the members of the engineering team fell directly into the ship's shadow core, and there was a lot of complaints about safety after that moment.
God damn.
I'm very sorry.
It's his own fault for not practicing safety protocol.
Understood. But also I apologize for, again, the situation that you are now in.
I mean, there's not much we can do about it now, aside from deal with it.
And survive, of course.
Now that you're here, though, hopefully things will go better. Real quick, bottom floor, top floor. Bottom, top. Because this is a 2-story room you're in.
Okay.
And above you is a big window that looks into space above you, and it's angled in a way where you can just about, like, through this end, like the window on this end, you can see the star creeping over the edge of the visor. Yeah, sorry, I was just establishing that for you.
Very good.
I look. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go
Do
ahead.
you know exactly how many engineers are in the ship?
You could try and talk with the manager. He should have a full manifesto of employees.
Understood. Thank you for your time.
Of course. So, make your way over to the manager, I'm presuming?
Yes, but now I'll let Barbara talk, since I talked first to somebody.
I just go around and I ask, so does anyone have any paint?
For a star point, they'll have pink paint.
Alright.
I can't believe it. You're gonna decorate this man's armor right now in front of him.
I'm improving it.
You get some paints, mix up a hot pink paint to paint your armor pink.
It's simple color theory. Red plus white equals pink.
Equals lightish red. Also known as pink.
A manly color. In ancient society,
Very
it was in
manly.
fact considered a manly color.
Yes.
It wasn't until toy companies of the mid 1950s, I want to say, that pink became associated as a girl color and blue as a boy, as a marketing stint to be able to sell double the amount of toys and clothing. Because many families would just buy one set of baby clothes for both their kids. Or one set of toys that all their kids would use.
Oh, I see.
Oh, jeez.
But by gendering everything, you're able to sell twice the amount of product.
Same thing, but different colors.
Exactly. But yeah,
And sometimes one color is more expensive.
exactly. It's like the actual
Bullshit.
difference between men's soap and women's soap is not that much. It's mostly just what color or what scents they put in it and how they color it and package it. But women's products tend to be more expensive.
Well, I'm sure Barbara would still stick with Pink even if she was a guy.
Mhm. But yeah,
Mainly.
anyway,
Hold on. I'm cold.
yeah. What's everybody want to talk about? What's going on?
Sorry, I was freezing. But I'm back now.
Anybody want to
Yeah,
talk
you're-
with anyone else for information or supplies or anything?
Before I take over the manager.
I'd like to speak with the manager, please.
No, Hopper's not a carrot. No.
Oh yeah, and sorry, this is something I just thought of that I wanted to talk with you about, Doodle. So I mentioned how laser cannons work. We never actually put a limit on your laser cannon, right?
No.
But you wanted
But-
it to be an automatic weapon, correct?
It's a Gatling gun, yes.
So these are the charges on your Gatling gun. I'm improving the mechanics of this campaign because, fun fact for all those at home, this campaign began super impromptu. Has
Sorry.
just everybody wanted to just do some like it was to introduce Jade to tabletop stuff. So it wasn't super planned out until something became very planned out and then started getting streamed.
I'm
So
so angry you have twisted my heart and turned it upside down.
why?
You could have
Look.
just rotated her heart upside down.
Oh yeah, I see.
Oh yeah.
So this is your Gatling gun, this charge right here.
Oh my god.
And when you use your other fire that you know the one I'm talking about, it drains all
Yeah.
of the shots.
Yes.
Also, in that same end, Torian, you have your force field, right? I realized
yes.
last session it was a little stronger than I wanted it to be, so we're gonna make it work the same way as a personal shield. But because you got it as one of your starting things, I'm going to make it a bit more powerful. It can absorb 3 blows, and you must dedicate a major action to resetting its charge level.
Resetting its start. Okay.
So, and keep in mind, just like a personal shield, this only protects against shadow energy shots, not physical attacks. An enemy can run right through your force field.
Ah.
And
Okay.
you had yourself be armored, correct?
Correct. Yes.
So, we're going to say that it's a self-repairing armor, because you have self-repairing features, meaning whenever you take a rest outside of combat, this set of armor here refills.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's cool.
we're just more defining all of your characters, is what's going on here.
Alright.
I get that. Yeah.
Skewed. I'm upset.
Your energy sword and all of your stuff, because of the nature of them, don't have any charges or stuff. You can just keep on, like, that's your nice setup, Barbara, as all of your equipment is like unlimited use, more or less, which is very nice. All of your current existing gear, aside from the armor and gun you just got given.
You
So-
keep on swinging.
Okay.
Yeah, at some point I plan on doing an art stream where I make the whole UI here way better, but that's for a future, because like I said, my Fallout campaign was planned literally years in advance and had lots of work going into it. This one was thrown together in an evening, but based off a setting that I had made like a few years back and have always wanted to revisit. Which, fun fact, Hopper originates from that original run of this campaign. And their storyline never got satisfactorily finished before that campaign ended.
So now we continue.
And now all their friends are dead.
No.
Oh.
Well, all their friends are missing without explanation, is what it actually is. So, anyway, as we,
I was gonna talk to the manager.
yes, you wanted to go talk with manager?
Oh, yes.
I wanted.
Who wants to talk to manager?
It was me.
Doodle did.
Did you have something to say, Torian?
I will.
Sorry.
I will join Doodle in talking to the manager.
All right. So
I'm currently painting.
yeah, you're painting your armor. Hopper and Doodle go over to the manager.
Hopper and Doodle, yeah, not Torian. This is Hopper and Doodle on this.
Hmm. So yeah, you arrive. I didn't mention before. He obviously has a placard on his desk. It's his manager Arcane.
Arken.
Yeah.
Look, there's your Ken, Barbara.
No, it's Archen. Arken.
Damn.
It's just Ken,
I'm just cat.
and he's great at doing stuff.
So yeah, y'all head over to you head over to the manager Arken.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sort of stretching a little, yawning. Yeah, he looks over. He's like, what? Do you need something?
Hello, sir. I'm mainly just here for a few questions to understand the whole longitude of the problem that we are going to encounter.
Of course.
The main question is, how many engineers are currently stationed on this spacecraft?
Alright, give me a moment. And he's gonna tippity type at his computer for a moment. And as he does, he sees the words. I can speak them. He's like, last records showed that we had 200 engineers on board the vessel. Every single one, as far as we're aware, every single one of them has either joined the Union or been killed by the Union.
Yeah. So you said 200, 220? I just want to try to remember.
Around 200 engineer employees.
All right.
Do you want more of our employment manifesto?
Well, overall, just to know, everyone else is up here accountable, right? Or do you think there are more people are in the Union?
At this point, everybody is either up here or a member of the Union are dead. We currently have accounted for 20 of our security team, 78 of our science team, and all 12 members of the piloting team. As well as myself, of course. All other managers sadly died in the incident. Or all of the not managers. What's the name of a department head in like a supermarket? Because there's store managers. It's just department managers.
Yeah.
All other members of the management team passed away in the chaos of the initial unionization.
I apologize for that. Well, my condolences. Words. Sorry. English today. I'm sorry. I'm tired.
It's alright. I've been doing the same thing more or less.
My condolences, sir. Is there anything you would like of us to do as we travel down below and deal with the problem?
Well, first of all, get that security system operating as intended again so that we can go down below.
That is on our agenda. Anything else that you believe would be beneficial for your group up here? Besides the automatic systems.
Once we're able to access the upper levels of the ship again, we'll once again have full access to all of our food supplies and be able to reach the docking bay, which will give us the ability to hopefully evacuate in a worst case scenario.
There are plenty of cargo ships and other spacecrafts out on the docks. So, yes, we will do what we can to assure your safety as well as eliminate the threat. With minimal damage if possible.
Yeah, or the more you minimize the damage, the better. I'm already going to be dealing with a hell of a fallout with the corporate heads for this situation.
That's when Barbara shows up right after he mentions minimizing damage to company property in her new
Bright pink armor, yeah.
What are we talking about?
Oh, in much fuller information and details of our mission. But I think we have everything we need, right,
I hope
Torian?
you realize your pay is going to be docked for the damages done to that armor.
What?
He just glares at you.
It was ruined when you gave it to me.
That's gonna get you a star point.
May I possibly intimidate Arcan into not docking Barbara's pay?
Yes, you can try to intimidate him.
It's because I'm a woman, isn't it?
So what, do you just like step up and give them a fucking mean mug and be like, you will not be docking the pay?
Your fist turns into like
I will
brass
say,
knuckles.
intimidating them will be, there'll be 2 levels of success. One will be a level 4 challenge, and the other will be a level 3 challenge.
Okay. Alright, I think I would like to use a star point.
Alright, you're gonna use a star point. And do you have any stats that benefit it as well?
I believe I think I took on intimidation as a strength.
Or you have an intimidation ability, so you roll 6 dice plus 1 for the star point. Not a terrible roll. Okay. Hang on. Oh my goodness. You have a burst that burst. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes and 1 dice crash, which turns into 6 successes. It's fine. We'll be able to wash it off without trouble. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I'm just gonna describe it. Torian's pupils like turn red, and they go, "We will be compensated fairly for our work."
Of course. You could talk with the company and work out your full payment.
Thanks.
Goes back to normal. Thank you.
I post a picture of Torian.
Like big chunky arm, like a big hug.
Oh, great. I love it.
This is a picture of Torian right here.
Ooh.
Oh. Post that GIF over into the Gas Network Discord so I can quickly show it on stream. I need to show people that GIF. Put it into all your talk. Post it. Post the GIF into all your talk.
My bad. I put it in Torian's thing.
Oh yeah, in our private call. Yeah, I don't want to show any of the private discords.
It's Torian's thing.
Yeah. Can you put in the? Hey, hang on. Hang on. I'm just gonna post it. Give me a second, because I don't like to show our personal discords, Discord servers on stream.
No, I was talking about I put it in Torian's profile. Yeah,
but that's a personal Discord. That's what I'm saying. Hang on. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly show it on stream, and I posted it into the gas. Here we go.
This is also what's gonna happen if someone dare touches Barbara.
Look at that GIF. Yes. Fantastic. Oh, the Discord is not showing. Hang on a second. Now it's showing.
You have alerted the frag.
Rogue.
It's not easy.
Greatness. That's gonna be 2 star points for you. Funny gifts get star points. Also, I will note, viewers can get star points for being funny in stream, and then you are able to spend those star points to modify the campaign as you wish. You can give your viewers can give their star points to enemies, they can give their star points to to the party. Y'all can fuck with this story directly.
Oh no,
Yeah.
terrifying.
But yeah. Eventually, if I'm able to do Twitch channel points, I'm 100% gonna let players or viewers spend channel points on fucking with the campaign.
Oh my gosh, I found Barbara.
Oh my god, no one, what is this gonna be another GIF? What is this other GIF? What's
I need to
this
post it all over TikTok.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I love it.
Hey god,
I
it's
posted it.
it's Barbara. Maybe look, I can show you what your spleen looks like. Terrifying. Anyway, let's get back on track. So yes, we're an hour in and you haven't even left the fucking room you're in.
And we never will.
Oh, quality
It's safe
content.
here. It's safe here.
So yeah, any other data you want to gather or information you want to go out and get?
No, I feel like we got everything we need.
Yeah, I think we've got.
Yeah.
All right, how do you want to go about getting, you know, words?
How do we want to get about getting word?
They mentioned that if we were to leave on the outside and go back to the main dock, that'd be the only way to get back to the bottom and search.
Or you could take
That'd
the
be
elevator
faster
shaft.
down this. Yes,
You
it's
mean
that
what we
too.
just came out of?
Yes. Yeah, you can either spacewalk or
sure-
elevator shaft. Sorry.
Well, they are the ones that appear that trigger the gravity. So I'm sure they probably pushed it back down, making it a bit difficult for them to climb back up right away.
Yes, the gravity has been turned back on inside.
Okay.
Have we given any of them our? Yeah, we have.
They have the communications.
Yes.
So it's 16 levels tall, and you need to go to level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need to go to level 11.
I could easily go down there, but I think it'd be very difficult for both you and Torian, considering I don't think there's a landing platform for either of us to get there safely. And I think they're the ones in main control of the Pacific elevator that would have gone up and down physically. Tries to think.
Are there any other ways down there?
It's either elevator or spacewalk. Those are the options.
That's
Well, I don't have a spacesuit.
There are spacesuits in the escape pod rooms, or when you go toward the escape pods.
But those aren't here with us.
No, that's how you would start the spacewalk. You'd go to the you'd take the escape pod exit.
Oh, so we do have access to them.
Yes.
okay.
Do you think it'd be safer to go there and then just find ways to enter in without notice?
Let's see, man-eating meatballs or the black vacuum of space. This is hard. I'm willing to take my chances in space.
All right, let's go then. We don't want them cooking up another ambush on us.
Although I do like killing monsters. Ah, what do you think, Torian?
I believe it. I believe space might be better, particularly for us staying. Would be easier for us to stay in a group in space if we do the spacewalk rather than trying to clamber our way down the shaft. Also, the absence of flesh mobs from within the vessel would be preferred.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so we can go to the escape pod room and take a
Alright.
spacewalk.
So, you communicate with the staff that that's what you're gonna do, and you get on into like the orbular escape pod that they have. You walk in and they have spacesuits for you to put on, and they let you know that, or these are rather cheap spacesuits, so they don't contain a lot of oxygen, so you can only be out there for about 30 minutes before having to go back inside and refill the air tanks. There's also no magnetic grips, so you won't be able to stick to the wall like a high-quality spacesuit would have. So, you're going to be floating in zero-G once you go down there, so try not to go pinging off.
I am a magnet.
Worst case, if you do go pinging off, the ship is surrounded in a, it has these, what's the word?
Railings?
They're Faraday rods. So their main intention is to, like, 1, disperse heat, 2, disperse incoming electrical signals and stuff like that. So, you could try and grab those if you lose grip and start to drift out to space, but just be careful. Because the outside of the ship wasn't designed with spacewalks in mind, so there's not a lot of grippy spots. You get inside the pod, you get on your suit, and you feel this pod shake as it starts to spin around in its docking platform. You see the front window had been looking out to space, but it turns around, and soon you're seeing the interior doors. And then, the doors you had just entered in through open up, revealing the vacuum of space after depressurizing the chamber.
So it's an airlock.
It's an airlock / escape pod. The whole airlock can eject as an escape pod.
Wait a minute. Why didn't any of those people use the escape pod to escape?
Because these...
They didn't want to...
Yeah, they didn't want to abandon position, they didn't want to make the company mad, and these escape pods are not very good, and very likely, this close to the pulsar star, they inform you, that if they had used the escape pods, they would have just gotten sucked in on all likelihood. Because these escape pods don't really have good quality navigation systems. They're basically just a ball full of air, water, and food that you launch out into space, and then they start beaming a SOS signal into shadow space.
God,
through a little portal opener. I mean, generally the idea is then that a bigger, actually equipped ship will pick you up. These things contain at least a week's worth of food, and if you're beaming an SOS signal through shadow space, someone's gonna come and pick you up. Usually a scout, usually if you send out SOS signals, you're either going to be found by raiders who are looking to steal from you, or, more likely, scouts who make a living by just sitting in shadow space listening out for SOSs. If you had a ship, that would actually be a fairly good way to make a living.
But Barbara doesn't know any of this.
Yeah, so the back door of the escape pod opens up, and now you are all looking at the inky black void of space.
First,
Okay.
see if she's able to trigger her magnetism through the suit.
You are. Oh, you put on the spacesuit?
Well, she wants us to just see if it's possible
Yeah,
with
she
the
can.
suit.
Yes, it is.
Because, again, they think she's human, so she's like, I don't want them to be confused.
Yeah,
Sure.
especially because humanoid androids are very illegal.
Right. And she knows this very well. So she just kind of carefully kind of steps out first. Just move carefully and stay close. Do not push away. Just kind of drag yourself
Oh,
forward.
Nobody
Nothing-
else has magnetic walkers.
No. She was telling them as a guide to kind of help with their spacewalk.
Mm-hmm.
We just step out carefully, still holding on to this escape pod, and just carefully guide themselves forward. Don't push forward.
Don't you
And that
mean
makes
the
sense.
like the Faraday holes or whatever?
Oh, what do you mean?
Didn't you just?
Oh.
I'll forget it.
Those Faraday rods are a very far distance out. They're more so if you lose grip and start to fall, they're your last safety net to catch you. You know?
A very small safety net.
Yes.
Very
Alright.
small.
Then I guess. How the hell am I supposed to walk on a spaceship without magnetic boots?
Well, spacewalk, which is kind of float carefully towards the dock or destination.
I will shuffle carefully.
So, like, you're gonna, like, try and, like, propel yourself downward and start to just carefully float.
Honestly, I wasn't gonna like do much propelling of any kind. I was just gonna like
Try and hold onto the wall as best as you can, the smooth surface, or the smooth surface of the outside of the ship.
yeah. It's
and
almost like I'm crawling at this point.
what is Torian's plan?
I think Torian's plan is also kind of crawl, just kind of crawl along the ship down to where they need to go, following Hopper, making sure Barbara is safe, and I guess keeping their tongue on standby in case they need to re-grip onto the ship.
All right, so I'm
That's
going.
needed.
I'm going to go ahead and perform a like more or less like an acrobatics, like self-control check.
Ooh. I had a thought.
What's up?
Could I fire the plasma rifle in like the opposite direction of where I want to go to like propel myself?
Yes, at a high speed.
Cool.
You're gonna launch yourself to the opposite direction real quick.
Are you just gonna like jump out into space and fire straight away, like straight up, more or less? Is that your plan?
Yeah. I mean, how
All right.
much?
So that's gonna be a
What are we
firearms
talking?
check.
Uh-oh.
You have to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories before reaching your destination.
Okay.
So you're gonna do the firearms check.
Yes.
Do you have any firearms skills?
No.
That means you know so little about guns that you actually roll with a disadvantage on this. Remember, you can spend a star points to eat your disadvantage if you want to.
Oh, I'll eat it.
All right,
They
so
didn't give me any of their fucking rations, so I'm hungry.
now you get to ignore the disadvantage. Oops. Holy shit! You got 6 successes because of a series of burst successes.
Nice.
So
Well,
you
Hopper is worried.
make your way pretty easily ahead of everybody else before reaching out and grabbing onto the door handle where you're going.
Barbara said.
Hopper's just walking, and now I gotta do a sort of acrobatics climbing check for Torian. Do you have any skills in that kind of field?
Acrobatics, climbing,
Nothing?
not specifically. I guess maybe just making sure to use my tongue to keep anchored to the ship as best as I can.
Oh, right, your spiky, sticky tongue. Also,
My spiky, sticky tongue.
I should know, I didn't mention it before, but this is a, level 2 check.
Thank you for letting us know. Because I would
Thank-
not known, and I would have been sad.
You pass. So you easily make your way down with everybody else. You are the slowest moving of the group, Torian, while Barbara's the fastest moving.
Oh. We all ready?
Indeed.
All right.
All right.
Ready, Barbara?
What?
You have the door. Open whenever you're ready.
Oh, are we already there?
Yep, you all made your
Yes.
way there without too much issue. Or without any issue, I should say.
All right, let's open this bad boy.
All right. You open up, go in, get
Oh,
the
I didn't
escape,
have to- Okay.
hit the sequence to make the escape pod spin around, go inside it, enter, and spin around the other way. And then you're inside.
Okay. Let's take all the suits to preserve the oxygen within it.
Well, that wasn't such a chore, now was it?
It isn't, but it's always good to be a little bit cautious, especially on spacewalks that do potentially launch you out into dead space.
This was the most normal method of traversal we have had this whole mission,
Yeah, screw elevators.
and I, for one, welcome it.
So,
Okay.
you now know enough about the layout of the ship to be able to infer the existence of an elevator right here.
Yes.
As for what entries the elevator may have, you're not sure, because you weren't paying much attention when you were running from the terrifying monsters.
Oh.
And, I will say, I think between the end of last session and the start of the session, I did add on, for my last ability, headlights / high beams for my eyes, so I could see in the dark.
Oh, yeah, you had spent star points on that, didn't you?
Right, yes.
Yes.
So yeah, I will note Shadow Space is unique compared to other settings in that there is no experience system. The money you get is your experience. You have to buy upgrades, but I'm willing to let you guys buy upgrades via star points on certain occasions depending on the type of upgrade you're asking for. You know?
Understandable, yeah.
So as you emerge out, you see that you've entered into a hallway.
Hmm.
And there are doors here, here, and here. And let me just... Oops. You all enter the hallway. And immediately you are met with as soon as you open the escape pod. No, what the heck? I hate it when it does that. There we go. There is a turret located right here that is firing on you.
Oh, for God's sake.
And you have to duck your heads
Oh,
back into the escape pod.
That's wonderful.
Intruders detected. Please remain in position until security can escort you to the holding.
No, I
To holding
think
facilities.
I think that security will lead us to our doom.
That's okay. I don't think security's coming anyways.
I have an idea. Torian,
Oh,
is it
yes.
possible you could pop up a shield and Barb? I
Yeah?
don't think you have. If you want to, you could shoot the turret. I know we are not supposed to keep as much security as possible, but I think we are trying to get through this swiftly as possible as well.
Well, okay.
All right.
If you think I'm the best, if you think I'm the
Well, she
best
did-
one to,
She
to
asked
use
if
the
you
gun,
want
then.
to. She said if you want to shoot it, you have a rifle.
Yes,
If
but you,
possible, I might-
you've got a literal arm cannon.
Oh, sorry.
But I mean,
I saw your joke,
Barbara
Sheeps. I
is
just didn't
happy.
comment on it. Sheeps is upset because none of us acknowledged their joke. Sheeps
I
in
couldn't
chat.
see. I couldn't see it because I cannot see the joke because the chat is so tiny for me.
There's a
They made a
Oh,
HAL
shit.
9000 reference.
heck.
Wild.
I
Hal's
like
good.
the reference.
Don't worry, Sheeps. I'm gonna join you right now.
Anyway. Yes. So
All right,
you're
well, if you think it's a good idea.
you're gonna throw up your bubble shield and gonna have Barbara shoot at it?
The turret, not the bubble shield.
Yeah, the turret.
Sounds like a plan.
It's worth noting, in order to do this, you have to poke your barrel out of the bubble shield. Otherwise, the laser will be firing around inside of the bubble shield, which is not what you want to have happening.
Oh, wait, you cannot shoot through the bubble shield?
Nope.
So I should stick my arm out then,
Yeah,
at the very least.
you would want to aim the entire firing mechanism of the rifle out of it. Otherwise, you'll just have your rifle explode in your hand as its own shots get caught in the bubble shield.
Okay. Alright, that's what I'm gonna do. But just to be safe, I'm gonna use my robotic arm to hold the gun.
So you're gonna fire with disadvantage because you have no firearms training of any form. Be sure. I'm going to assume when you state the action that you're going to spend the star points, and I'm not going to always prompt you guys to use them.
I will use the star to eat up the disadvantage.
All right.
Again.
And you got 2 successes. Oh, I should have mentioned, hitting the stationary turret is a level 1 check. If you get a critical success, at least 5, you shoot it before it gets any shots off onto Torian's shield. Excuse me. You got 3 successes with 1 dice break, which is enough to pass. So you fire upon the shield, and it upon the turret, and it explodes.
Hooray!
Oops.
Okay.
Well done.
So
With the turret, yes.
yeah, it shot your shield and damaged one of the 3 layers of your shield, and then you were fine. So
Okay.
now you can go down the corridor or through one of the doors around you. What do you do?
Should we split to see what's in both these doors? Or should we stick together?
Well, we do have communication devices, so maybe we could just
Ooh.
split up.
But
Indeed.
Who will
I
go
could-
on their own? Sorry, what was that, Torian?
I just make sure it is like dark in this floor, is it?
It's all dimly lit because the entire ship is on reserve power currently.
Makes sense. Okay. I'm comfortable heading off on my own. If you two don't mind. Down the corridors.
So you want to go
Okay.
down the corridors?
Indeed, unless either of you have any objections.
no, I do not have any. Just remember to
Well-
use your communicator if you need us.
Yeah.
Where does everyone
Indeed,
else
I will.
go?
Let's see.
Do you-
There's only 2 pathways, right?
There's the hallway and there's 2 doors. You could also go to the elevator and look through the elevator to see what other doors are in the elevator shaft. But that would require
Oh, I
crossing the
see.
elevator shaft where the meat monsters were.
Okay, so I guess we're both just going by ourselves then, like all 3 of us.
So everyone's splitting up.
Very well. I guess I'll check this door to my right.
So
And I'll
you
check this door to my left.
all right. So now let me go ahead and draw out all this. Do, 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 do.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Snoop Dogg.
Inspector Hopper.
What?
Bada bada bump. Bada bada bump. Inspector Hopper. Bada bada bump bump bum. Whoops.
Go, Hopper, go.
Inspector Gadget was awesome. I feel like that's a show that would benefit massively from being brought back.
Yes.
I think they
It
did.
was- yeah, I think it was a live action.
I mean, like, has like a cartoon again, or like a kids show.
I think they did.
Yeah.
Did they?
Oh.
I don't know.
I'm confused.
I don't watch cartoons.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it if it did come back. I do watch cartoons sometimes, depending on the cartoon. Fucking
Dude, I went to school for animation. I was just kidding.
Digital Circus slaps.
Anyway,
Yes.
before I let you go off topic.
I'm drawing a map anyway.
Yeah, try the map.
Okay. Apparently, there was a 2015 to 2018 remake, 3D remake of Inspector Gadget.
Really? So I'm not the best at drawing the actual scale of these things, so sorry about that. But these maps, more than anything, are meant to give you an idea of scale. Because, keep in mind, from here to here across the ship is supposed to be roughly 1/4 of a mile thickness. You know? So a lot of the scales might be off, but it's more so to give general idea of what's going on rather than exact, like, 2-scale blueprints.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yes, so.
Which, I mean, for drawings done on the fly, I think it's very reasonable.
Yeah. So, as you all go forward, you can see, the hall continues in either direction with another door leading presumably into that room. Doodle, you arrive in what's very clearly the holding cells area. And in here, as you open the door, you see you're fired upon by a turret. So I'll put you actually, because I imagine you wouldn't enter the room if you saw the turret. Yeah, a turret fires upon you from in here. Meanwhile,
Opens doors slightly. Lethal Company. Like, okay, closes door.
oh god, we gotta play Lethal Company. So, you haven't joined in any of our Lethal Company games, have you?
No.
Oh god, you gotta play that with us. That game's so fun.
I will cry. Oh my god, there's so many Barbaras.
What?
Look at the map. There's so many Barbaras.
Oh my god.
Barbara, what you see is lining all across the wall. Like, there's various desks and terminals and workstations, but across the wall is a bunch of pods that have these, like, genderless, muscly, anthropomorphized humanoid figures. That some of them have, like, exposed chunks of skin where you can see their muscle sinew underneath. Some of them have bulbous, misshapen muscles and parts of their body. They're all looking at all of them, they all have, like, you know, there's like a thin layer of skin over their eyes, but like thin enough that you can still see the eye through it. They're very pale to the point where you can see the veins underneath their skin. They have a generally masculine aura about them, but the crotch area is completely smooth with a pinprick hole for urination. But they all do have a pair of unusually large testicles hanging between their legs, about twice the size of a normal human's.
I was gonna say they're like Ken dolls down there, but no.
I feel like your icon right now fits Barba's in this very moment.
But I don't know if Barbara's gonna be excited looking at that.
No.
No.
Oh, you mean their profile picture on Discord?
Yes.
No, Barbara is
The concerned cat.
Yeah, Barbara's not really that excited about this.
There are computers that you could go to. And with this, we're going to initiate a mild turn-based format because at least one player is in combat. So, you all would have heard the turret firing upon Hopper when they closed the door and stepped aside. So, you all have major and minor actions. What is everybody gonna do with their turn?
So we all hear the turrets?
Yes, you all heard the turret fire.
There's one turret.
Okay. I use my my head, like my comm system, to go. Is everyone all right?
No, I'm dead. I'm kidding.
I am fine. I just found another
I
turret.
think our fire alarm's going off.
Oh. Why is there a fire alarm going off? What is happening?
Oh.
Uh-oh. Are we gonna have to end episode there? Uh-oh.
Guys? Uh-oh.
This campaign is on fire.
Oh no. You guys okay?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You guys okay? I can't believe the turret has triggered their fire alarm.
Somebody set their apartment complex on fire.
Oh no. That's not a joke you should be making right now.
It was me. I set the apartment complex on fire. Everything fine? Your home on fire?
Well, aside from some poor stick of butter that got dropped on my neighbor's stove, everything is fine.
I got myself some more coffee.
Yeah.
Who's got the hiccups?
That was me, sorry. I went downstairs and I walked into the kitchen to make the coffee and they were like, "We got you a taco." I'm like, "Sweet," and I inhaled the taco in like 2 minutes because I was like, I gotta get back up there as fast as I can.
God.
So I just like mowed Doritos Locos.
Yeah, we had some firemen in our apartment.
Oh no!
Super embarrassing.
They saw your collection of what do they call those little figurines they have? The little anime figurines that everybody puts into jars. You know what I'm talking about.
Funko Pops?
Yeah, Funko Pops that you come in a jar.
Okay.
I didn't know people pickled anime characters.
No, do you not know about the cum jar experiment?
No, what the fuck?
Oh my god, this is an internet legend. Okay, this is gonna make it into the full video.
Don't send this to me.
No, so hang on. There is this man. They were part of the MLP fan community, and they put a jar or a figurine of Rainbow Dash inside of a jar, and every time they nutted in the jar, and they want to see how many nuts it would take to fill the jar. And they every time they nutted, they updated the blog online about it. And so it was shared pictures. The ending of the experiment.
Rainbow Dash, really?
The ending of the experiment made it so much worse in that they had to reveal they had to end the experiment because when winter came, they were hiding it in their boiler room in their house so their family wouldn't find the jar. So this is a person living with their family. And when winter came and the heat kicked on, it boiled and caramelized the cum.
What the fuck?
Please.
Are you still streaming?
Yes. And this is gonna make it to the YouTube video.
Why do you know this? Never mind, don't answer that.
The YouTuber Wang, I highly recommend him. That's his actual name, Wang. He talks about
dinner.
He talks about weird internet stories. Oh, you haven't had dinner? Hey, hold on.
No, it's okay. I can keep going.
Are you sure?
Later. Yeah, I'm not really hungry. I just took an acknowledgement that I didn't have dinner yet.
Is everybody good to keep going for a bit?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm good to keep going, yeah.
Okay, so when we left off, Hopper just got shot at by a turret, and everyone was communicating about that.
Yeah, Hopper was saying, I'm okay. I just opened the door and found another turret.
Oh.
Oh. Oh no.
So
Well, I
quickly-
found a bunch of naked dudes.
Oh. Are you in danger?
I'll keep you posted on that.
Very well.
pulls out sword.
Proceed
Eh.
with caution.
Pulls out sword and whistle.
They're in tubes.
So yeah, you can tell the room goes further around the corner. There's also a number of turrets. I mean, terminals that you can go over to. Meanwhile, on Turian's end, the hallway splits, and you got 2 new paths.
Oh my God.
You all still technically have major and minor actions you can spend.
I want to quickly dispatch the turret.
All right, that would be a major action. So you're gonna fire on the turret. What's everyone else gonna do?
First of all, I'd like to roll
how-
perception. Sorry, go ahead.
What are you
I'm
perceptive?
just gonna ask over.
Sorry, you
Sorry.
go ahead, Torian. Sorry,
I was
Discord
gonna
delay.
Just gonna ask over communication. Hopper, if you can't take out that turret in one hit, do you want me to help?
I'll inform you if I need further assistance.
All right.
Very well.
So your
Oh, I
actions.
thought you had already taken it out.
No, they haven't yet.
This is everyone's taking a turn in this one round. That's what's happening.
Yeah, this is all
That's
happening within a
right.
single turn. What are you trying to perceive, Barbara?
I'm just looking for any traps or motion
Oh,
detectors or turrets.
I love traps. I endeavor to be one. Let me. Do you have any gunfire skills, Hopper?
Yes. I have a firearm training.
Anything else, or is that it?
That is all. Since I'm using the actual gun given to me.
Hitting the turrets because they're stationary targets are just you only need a 1 to succeed. Oh, you're using the gun given to you. My bad. Yeah, there we go. You fire on it and you take it out. You still have a minor action to spend. What does Turian do knowing that the turret was taken out?
All right. I think Torian's gonna go down the corridor south
All right,
and
so
see
you
what's over there.
go down. So I'm just trying to brain the layout of things in my head. Because I know what all this looks like in my brain. It's just then about getting it into the thing in a legible manner.
Understood.
Yeah.
I also see squiggles in that makeup artwork.
Oh, shoot.
I do it all the time. That's why I'm known as Doodles are.
Follow them on Twitch and YouTube. Wait, do you have a YouTube?
Not posted anything on that, so you will not find it.
Okay. Follow them on Twitch. As you turn the corner, there is another turret that fires at you. You still have a major action because the minor action was spent moving down the hall. Do you want to try and shoot the turret?
I would like to try and shoot the turret with the plasma cannon.
All right.
I don't have any gun proficiency.
That means you fire with
Firearms.
disadvantage.
Alrighty.
Because you don't know how to shoot the gun, you don't shoot it good. You got 1 success though, enough to take out the turret.
It baffles me how Hopper's the only one that moves around like an ex-soldier. Everyone else is video game.
And Meanwhile, the perception check.
Basically an exterminator. I'm totally blue collar compared to you.
You're pink collar.
Yeah, that's gonna get you a star point. Do you have any perception skills?
That is true. If you didn't get a star point, I would have given you one of mine.
Do you have any perception skills, Barbara?
Oh, you're talking to me.
Yes.
Bum.
Oh, you have Jack of all trades, so you shouldn't be rolling disadvantage on your gunshots. I just remembered that.
Yes!
Yeah, Jack of all trades means you never roll a lack of training disadvantage. Remember that.
Oh, okay. I thought it just meant I can learn new skills quicker.
No, it means that you have just enough proficiency in everything that you never roll with training disadvantage, but you don't know enough to actually gain the bonus dice.
Oh, okay. So does that mean I can have my 2 stars back?
Mm-mm.
No.
Cool. Alright.
It's that's your lack of observation punishment.
What? No, I knew I had Jack of all trades, I just didn't know what it meant.
We had discussed what it meant previously. You're the one who didn't add the
That was,
description
like,
underneath.
months ago. Okay, I don't want to argue.
You gotta add a description underneath your abilities, buddy. It's not my fault if you forget to.
It is your fault that you didn't tell me that I had to add descriptions to them, though.
It is on the players to make sure that their character sheets are written in a way that is understandable to them.
I am feeling great pain in my knees.
Oh my god, are you gonna be okay, Doodle?
Yeah, just work was brutal because I had to clean a swamped out supermarket.
I'm going to replace the poles of your knees, and I'm gonna give you new knee poles.
Oh. Okay. Just cracked my lower back.
But yeah, Hopper still has a minor action, and Barbara still has a major. And a
my
minor.
My minor action is to observe the holding cell room to see what is in there.
All right. Meanwhile, Barbara, you said you don't have any perception abilities.
I have Jack of all trades.
That sadly does not provide a bonus to the roll. You rolled 1 success and 1 crashing failure, which puts you at 0 successes. Certainly a room. You see terminals.
What?
You notice all the test tubes are labeled with serial numbers on a digital interface screen.
And also filled with testicles.
Meanwhile, on Hopper's end, looking around the room without any kind of skill check, you observe, yep, this is holding cells. There's definitely a dead person in one of the cells.
I'm going to observe. I'm going to go over and investigate the dead corpse person.
It looks like the turret unleashed on them when the security systems went haywire. So this is a person who was locked in the cell for some reason, and then got lit up by a turret when everything went wrong. There is a computer terminal if you want to try and read it.
Yes, I will. Bless your face.
You go through, and it's mostly listening a series of minor infractions, talking, oh, this person was caught, rather, you know, this person was, my mic keeps moving in a position I don't like. This person was caught, you know, leaning against the wall while they were supposed to be on shift, so they were given a demerit. This person was caught, or this person took 30 seconds, or they took 31 seconds for their bathroom break, so they got a pay cut. Things like that. This guy in particular, poor bastard, sorry, I'm stumbling on words. He drank a little bit too much, during his off time, so they threw him in the holding cell for the night to sober up. You also,
what a way to wake up.
You also find a significantly large number of infractions from the engineering team members for union-like behavior, resulting in pay decreasing for many of them.
That would increase the need to unionize against them faster. Interesting. Poor guy, though. Did not need to go out that way. Alright.
Alright. And the last possible free action would be for Barbara to read their terminal if they want to.
I will read their terminal because I want to.
Reading through, it is a log of their...
I'm sorry,
Excuse me.
reading isn't on my skill.
It is a log of all of their experiments that they've done with the... words. With the Geno
Testicles.
soldiers.
Okay.
Their earliest batches were completely unable to hold form and basically became gelatinous molds sent down the disposal chute. Then later on they had batches that began to grow and take form but failed to pass through any form of puberty through the increased growth hormones.
I don't know. I think puberty was a little bit
theorized that theory is that the complete removal of all sexual organs stunted growth. Subjects disposed of. Next batch was given they were given large testosterone producing glands located within the stomach. The glands during growth negatively reacted with the other hormones within the stomach, causing the creatures to rapidly grow muscle tissue at a rate faster than the rest of their body, forming an amorphous shape. Disposed of.
And now their testosterone looks preposterone.
Several more batches all went through similar errors that caused them to have bone spurs, growth of calluses, muscle tissue. And the most recent batch, it was decided to give them a more traditional more traditional layout of testosterone giving organs. The first batch of these proved a bit more successful, but didn't have a desired amount of muscle growth, so were disposed of. The next batch, they doubled the size of the testosterone-producing organs. Notes show that this has caused a significant growth within muscle tissue and aggressive behavior, as well as increased reaction time in combat situations, but has had the downside of leaving a glaring weak point on the physiology. It is suggested that this is compensated for through increased armored protection within that area in the form of equipment given. So they gave them massive testicles so they'd go through super puberty and become stronger.
Men, right?
I was literally just thinking the exact same thing.
I
I was also thinking, I need to find these people some dresses because pants just won't do the trick anymore.
They're not that big. Like I said, they're only twice the size of a normal person. So, you know, like, softball sized. The whole packages, I mean.
That's still a lot.
Yeah, that's still that.
Anyway, we're entering a new round. Everybody has major and minor actions. What is everybody gonna do?
Enter the hallway through that new door.
So you go return to the hallway?
Well, through the new door.
Through here, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody else can say what they're planning to do, like however they want to.
I want to roll one more perception just to make sure there's nothing else in this room, and then I will leave and pretend like I didn't see anything.
I'll do that perception check.
I'm gonna go through the door that is now on my left. I assume?
Yep.
This one, right south of the elevator shaft.
Yep. You got 3 on the perception check. You got 2 successes and 1 crashing failure, which is enough to, you know, gather that you're in a room with things in test tubes. You now notice that they are breathing within the tubes. And Turian, you have entered the same room, just in a different area.
Now you see the testicles.
Do I see anything beyond the testicles? Like, on the right side of the room, relative to where I am?
Hang on. Why is these... Oh, I know why it's... Hang on. They're all on the wrong layer, aren't they? Yep. Sorry, I'm just still drawing the environment a little bit. Like I said, there's a number of terminals and office space. I'm just not mapping all the environmental details. But you see that there are a lot of these pods.
Oh my god, there's more?
You wanted to do a perception check as well, Torian?
Yeah. To make sense of
actually, I'm gonna say
I just walked into.
You don't even need to do the perception check. Because you see, when you enter the room at the position you're in, you see a security turret is right over here. So you have to you actually are able to fully enter the room and you get a free reaction of... Wait, why is it... What? Oh, did I copy you onto the map layer? Wait, what layer is that on? Why can't I erase that? That is on that layer, so why is it... There we go. Also, hang on, I'm gonna skip the song that's playing right now.
Right. Torian 1, you've been erased from existence. Torian 2, you're up.
Oh, damn it. What layer is that on? That dot on?
Why are you asking us?
That one. You found it.
Oh, they're all... Oh, I copied layer 1 as a whole by accident. Oops, I deleted Torian from existence. Hang on.
There's more Barbaras.
But the other thing that you are able to see separate from the turret, one of the Geno soldiers is escaped its pod and is currently wearing security armor and carrying a rifle and sees you and raises its gun and it looks at you. And it fires its gun at you.
Barbara.
And Barbara, you hear that from around the corner.
Wait, where the fuck is Torian?
And the sound of gunfire. They're in the hallway because if you open a door and there's immediately an enemy, I automatically allow you to retreat back unless you say you want to be in the room.
Oh, I see. What? Why did you open the pod?
Can I possibly use a major action to try to hack the turret to get it to shoot the Genome soldier?
The turret cannot be hacked from where you are. There is no connective port. The turret is just a part of the ship's setup, you know? You would need, because you can only hack things from a connective port, control port of some kind. That's how you hacked the ship in the sessions that were not recorded. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I just realized what I should have done.
You still have a major and a minor. Oh, well, wait, you did another perception check, which was a major action. So you have a minor action. The actions are just occurring in whatever order you all feed them to me, because you all share a turn. That's how I'm treating this currently.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
So, you still have a major action, Torian. You still have a minor action, Barbara, and you still have a major action, Hopper.
Okay, I think I would... I'd like to see if I could maybe use my tongue to grapple the Genome soldier.
All right.
If that's possible.
All right. So do you have any like melee combat skills?
No melee combat skills. I think I just wrote tongue.
Okay.
Or extendable tongue.
You will roll normal because I'll say that you having your tongue, you don't need training in the use of your tongue, so you don't get lack of training disadvantage.
Okay.
But you just don't get any bonus dice.
Fair enough.
You rolled 4 successes, which is definitely enough to grab the Geno soldier. So your tongue goes flying out, and you wrap it around. You sort of wrap it around him, leaving him in a grapple position where he can't fire. That's his response.
Sounds
Barbara, do
like
you understand any of what they said?
sounds like Grandpa kind of
Yes. I believe he said.
That gets you a star point.
Okay, just making sure.
Which roughly translates to, "Where the fuck are my pants?"
He's wearing pants. He has armor on.
Oh, good.
This Genome soldier is armored. So the only
I
person
mean, you
still
get
with
their
an
armor from the waist up.
the only person still with an action is Hopper.
an action. I am far away from the action.
You have a major action you can perform. You did
Oh,
hear
for a
the
minor-
gunfire and the yelling in the distance, though.
Yes. Hopper does quickly get on the comm. Like, everything alright? Is everything under control?
We do have two. I don't know what you call them, but they're loose.
Well, it's a Genome soldier and a turret.
Where's
Mm.
the turret?
I'd like to say I've got my tongue wrapped around a Genome soldier, but given that I've got my tongue wrapped around a Genome soldier, I don't think I physically can.
Stick your tongue out as far as you can and then try and say it.
Papa, I got my tongue wrapped around a Genome soldier.
Alright, you got a star point for that one.
A Geno soldier. Well, I'm about to approach your door. Do you need my assistance?
What did he say?
He was stating that he has grabbed a hold of a Geno soldier in his tongue.
Wow, I wish I understood understood that.
So what's your
It's
plan?
alright.
Your plan, Hooper?
She
Which
was
one
going to
is
go.
the turret, by the way?
This one. Both you could
That-
you could attack both of them. And hang on, I'm gonna go ahead and start drawing yellow lines. These yellow lines denote zones of action, which means that in order to cross, either walking through a door. Oops, hang on, they're on the wrong layer. Either walking through a door or crossing a line of action requires a minor or major action.
So the red dot closest to me is a turret,
Yes.
not a genome man.
No, but the relative closeness does not make a difference for purposes of skill checks. Generally, I say the dot means it is in this room. Hang on, the dot means it is in this room. Hang on, there we go. Why isn't it letting me grab it now? What is happening?
You should probably label your layers.
Hang on, it's just not
All right.
selecting. Why is my magic wand tool not working right now? There we go, now it is. It's somewhere within this zone of action. Where exactly doesn't matter, and we can play loosely with it for the sake of making actions work better. So if you want to say he's right here and you can run over and grapple him, we can say that. If you want to say he's all the way over here and you want to fire at him, you can say that. I like to play with loose zones of action when I'm doing things.
I mean, okay. I mean, I'm not gonna like charge at him if there's a turret between me and him.
That's why I'm saying we have loose zones of action. If you want to say he's closer, we can say that.
Oh, brother. Okay.
Because I believe creating a good action scenario and set piece is more important than having exact, precise millimeter to millimeter movement tracking. You could even like spend star points to entirely change elements of the environment. Oh, enough
Okay.
star points and you could change the shape of this room if you wanted to.
And just make you redraw it. No, I won't do that to you. I love you too much. I guess for my minor action, which I think is all I have left.
I want to shout out to the Genome guy and go, "Hey, why don't you come over here and have a piece of this?"
Communication is a free action, unless you're trying to specifically enact somebody to do something, in which case it's a major. You can basically use your minor action to make movements, or just, not use it at all. Also, Hopper, you still have a major action.
I'm gonna use my I'm gonna use my attractive skill.
That would be a major action.
Shit.
If it requires a skill check, it's a major action. If it doesn't require a skill check, it's a minor action. Unless it's something like talking to a person.
Okay, well, I specifically want to get his attention.
Alright, well, what are you gonna do, Doodle?
But I also want to, hide my metal sword behind my back so he doesn't see.
Okay. What's Doodle gonna do?
Go to the door.
To the north?
Yes.
Oops. That is on the wrong layer. I keep doing that. I keep forgetting to move layers when I start drawing on the map. Sorry, I keep flashbanging the audience. You see, you are definitely now within the security room. Because there's a bunch of, like, terminals and stuff and security camera footage. But in here with you, there is... Hang on. Well, you open the door, and you can see that there is 2 security turrets, and 2, 8-foot-tall, pale-skinned men in security armor carrying guns. And they look at you, as the door opens, they look in your direction. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! The other one looks over. And they both raise their guns. And they're all getting ready to fire at you next round. You still have your major action because you didn't fully enter the room. Opening the door was counted as a free action, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Hopper's gonna quickly communicate. I think I found a room with more of those Genos people.
Oh, I just realized that also means Torian still has a minor action because they haven't used their minor action, I just realized. Because I said opening the door is a free action. Entering the room would spend that action. But when you open the door, I cancel the movement because I know the presence of enemies might change your actions.
Oh. Huh.
The room has many of obstacles.
Okay. Alright, so... Curious what could do. I feel like... Would it make sense to... I feel like the most logical thing to do would probably be to just move to... Try to get to the other side of the room where Popper is to help.
So going from this part of the hall into here would spend your major action. Because right now you're in the hall extending your tongue at this dude.
Okay, I guess just to check, what could I do as a minor action?
Move around, put your gun into cooling cycle, access inventory. Not a whole lot. It is very frequent that people spend their turns not using their minor action in Heart of Action. But it is also used frequently enough that I still keep it as a thing after lots of playtesting. Yeah, it's not unreasonable to leave it unused.
I think I'll just cool down my gun then to get it back up to 3.
Alright.
And then that'll be my turn.
And Hopper, what are you gonna do with your major action? You let the others know already has a free action that you saw the creatures.
Hopper wants to know what'll happen if she just drops gun and makes it look like she doesn't want to shoot.
The only way to know is to do it.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do.
You drop your gun, hold up your hands, and then we're gonna move along into the next turn then. They are going to attempt to open fire on you anyway.
Okay.
Meanwhile, down here, the turret is gonna try and shoot Turian, and the Genome soldier is gonna try and break free from their grip. With that knowledge of enemy actions, what is everyone gonna do?
So you said so it's supposed to be 2 soldiers and 2 turrets, or what?
2 soldiers, 2 turrets.
Okay.
Yeah, you ended up going in the more dangerous direction.
Okay. My brain is telling me that Hopper would have ran like straight forward.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So basically being faced in between the soldiers and the turrets.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then wait last moment to just zip herself upward with magnetism so the turrets shoot fire at the soldiers.
Okay. You're gonna try and put yourself in the middle of things. And use dodging to make them hit each other. So,
Yes.
I'm gonna say that would be... You would get the bonus die that you get for performing a primarily defensive action. Because doing non-offensive actions grants a bonus die. But I'm gonna say it's gonna be very difficult to get everything to shoot each other. So I'm gonna call that a level 5 difficulty roll.
Okay. I'm going to spend 2 star points.
Okay. We'll wait on rolling out the action of that, because when actual combat starts to get underway, I think I'm gonna start saying, like, I want to see what everybody's declaring before I start doing the rolls now.
Understood.
So, Turian and Barbara, what are you gonna do?
I'm trying to attract the guy over here.
The genome that is, that genome is tied up in Turian's tongue right now.
Okay, I can let go of the guy and just make a dash toward Hopper. If you're
I
okay.
communicate that
Okay.
plan to Torian, just so it doesn't seem like we're telepathic.
Yeah, yeah.
Metagaming.
No, there's a general assumption that you're all, to some degree, either communicating your actions to each other or working together in such an intuitive fashion that it is unnecessary for the communication.
Yeah, and luckily we do have those like comm devices, so it's not like
Yeah.
you know.
So
There is a good explanation for it.
You can get all the way into the security room, but your turn will end when you get there, or you can go all the way up to here in the hallway and then from the doorway fire on enemies.
So are the genome forces just immune to the turrets or something?
The turrets don't seem to be attacking them.
I think I would like to run up to the doorway and shoot one of the genome soldiers.
Shoot at an enemy to be determined once you see how other things play out.
Yeah, I guess probably
Alright.
wait to see how Hopper's plan to get them to shoot each other play that.
Alright, and Barbara, you're gonna try and attract the genome?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, big boy. Bum, bum, bam!
Yes.
But, like, to what end? Are you trying to befriend it?
Actually, that's a good idea. I wasn't thinking about that. I just wanted to like get him out of like turret range so that I could
lure
fight
him into the other area. That makes sense. Okay.
Yes, but I don't know if I can befriend him. That'd be cool.
All right. So real quick, Turian, I'm gonna make you roll to avoid getting shot by the turret as you run away.
I'll try
Okay.
befriending him first.
Yeah. Oh well, no, this is the turret, not the genome. When they disengaged,
Yeah.
there was a turret here trained on them, so it's gonna try and shoot them
right.
through the
Yeah.
doorway as they start running. Because I had mentioned that it was going after them.
That's true. Yeah.
Ooh, hang on, I just realized I forgot to roll the one bonus die because this is considered defensive action. You got 2 successes, but also 2 crashing failures. So unless you want to,
Oh,
the turret does. I'm trying to think for a second. Yeah, it's only a 1 to dodge the turret, and it does 4 damage. But it will just all it will end up doing is deactivating your shield,
I'm okay with that.
which should
I'll
turn
keep my
back on
stars.
in a turn's time. Yeah, having shields is very helpful again when you're fighting enemies with plasma weaponry. Yes, yeah, your shield gets shot down and you continue to run. Oh god, there we go. Ugh, there we go. And you run up and you start to line up your shot. Barbara, you sort of like are like, hey, over here, and then you run around the corner, or you're like, hey, big boy, Looney Tunes style, and it's gonna run after you. And then you want to try and melee attack it.
no, befriend it. He's
Well,
Or
I
did you
take
wanna-
it that my natural charisma working on him?
Okay, I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm gonna say to charm the genome soldier will be a level 6 challenge. Do you
Will that
want to
be my
try?
ma-
What? Sorry, what?
Will that be my major action?
Yes. While attracting it to you to just lure it into a trap would be a minor action. Or actually, probably even a free action.
I'll try using my charisma.
To charm it.
first. Yes.
And you have attractive. Do you have anything else that boosts charisma?
Nope.
You had one of your dice burst, but it burst into 1. So you got 3 successes and 3 crashing failures, resulting in net 0 on your charm check.
Well, I was gonna add stars, but
Oh, sorry.
I guess it wouldn't help anyways.
Yeah, you gotta mention the adding of stars when you're setting up the action.
Well, I was gonna, but okay.
I feel like there's ample opportunity to say you were gonna spend it. Excuse me.
bless you.
So it's gonna run at you and it's gonna now try and attack you. Unless, do you want to spend your minor action to run into the hallway?
Yeah, sure.
Because you're already far enough away from it, as soon as you charm it, or you're like, hey, handsome, and then it just raises its gun at you, and you're like, I gotta get out of here. And it's gonna try and pursue you, and it will be able to end its turn in the hall with you, but it won't be able to get to you. Or to attack you.
Okay. I'll just like hide behind the door as soon as he like comes through.
Yeah, alright. Meanwhile, up here, let me do Hopper's dodge check. Do you have any bonuses to dodging?
For dodging, just my gravity, that's about it.
That's not gonna give a bonus, but you did buy 2 dice with star points. And like I said, this is a level 5 challenge. I mentioned that, right?
Yes.
You got 4 successes with 1 dice break. Oh, I didn't roll the 1 bonus die for it to being a dodge action. Hang on. 5 successes with 1 dice break, so for a star point you will succeed.
Yes.
And your intent was to make the turrets shoot the genomes?
Yes, because it can stand there long enough to be shot at, but avoided by magnetizing myself to the ceiling.
Yeah. So you go running into the room, everything aims at you and starts to fire, and you do a backflip and then stick your feet to the ceiling, and the turrets following you trace their shots up and load the genome soldiers with bullets. Which, luckily, it looks like they're... Oh, wait, no. They're wearing armor. I gotta remember that. Hang on. The armor provides that much protection. Sorry, I'm just thinking. I also realized I should write down the damage bonus of these guns that you guys have.
What for?
Yep, I'm just gonna write it down here so it's on the UI so I don't forget.
Fuck. Don't mind me. My foot is cramping. It hurts.
Oh.
Did we establish how much damage your gun does?
No.
Wait, was that in character?
No.
Or?
I'm lying. I'm lying. Hold on. My Gatling gun, you told me, is 1d10 targets keep the lowest. I don't know. That's all you told me.
Wait, hang on. Let me look at the notes.
You when I asked you, you just like I try to get a clarification. You said 1d10 targets keep the lowest. I'm like, okay.
Hang on. What do you wait? What is the exact thing you have written?
1d10 targets keep the lowest question mark, because when I asked you, that's all you said to me.
1d10 targets keep the lowest. What the fuck did that mean?
I don't know. That's what you told me.
I know that 1d10 it's an automatic weapon, so the 1d10 means that you hit when you fire. I roll a 10-sided die, and that's how many targets you hit.
Yeah. Other than that, when I asked you for stuff, that's all you gave me. You didn't give me nothing else for it.
Keep the lowest. That's the part that's throwing me off. I don't know why I would have told you to keep the lowest.
That's literally what you
Yeah,
said.
because sorry, I'm just running this through my head. A shotgun style weapon, the way it works is that they tend to have very high damage, but once you move one zone away, the damage is halved from that point forward. So anything in extensive range you can still hit, you just deal half damage because less of the pellets hit. An automatic weapon is, it's whenever you fire, you shoot off 1d10 shots that are distributed amongst your targets. So it could be anywhere from 1 shot hits an enemy to all 10 can hit a group of enemies. So I think that means the damage is going to be 1 damage. Which makes sense for an automatic weapon.
Okay.
I'm just writing that down so I don't forget.
Okay.
But that means that you can do on a single enemy anywhere from 1 to 10 damage, and 10 damage is a fucking lot.
Yeah.
But so, yeah. Their armor gets shot up and riddled with bullets, but it doesn't seem to take them down yet.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just sipping my drink now. Also, Barbara, I should quickly note, your sword does damage determined entirely on how well you roll. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So,
Alright.
it's like if you get 6 successes, that's 6 damage.
Cool.
Alright, so that is the last thing needed to be done is who is Turian gonna shoot?
Oh, actually, I think, would it be possible if I could, for my major action, put up my bubble shield
Yes.
instead of shoot?
So you throw up your bubble shield, got it.
Yeah.
And that is that round of combat, so now the...
Wait, did you skip me, or was that the first one?
No, your whole turn was spent running, and it was, you tried to seduce and then you ran into the hall.
Okay, alright, okay, I see.
So now entering the next round of combat, what is everybody gonna do?
Stab him.
You're gonna try and
Stab
stab?
him.
Which sword are you
Yeah.
using, energy or regular?
Regular.
Regular? Okay.
All right, I want to add 2 stars though.
Okay, so you're gonna stab with 2 star points.
Yep.
What is everybody else gonna do?
I would like to go into the room and just jump and pounce on one of the Genome soldiers.
You're gonna try and stomp a Geno soldier, got it.
I'm going to stab the other one with my hidden blade in the throat.
Alright. So, we're gonna go ahead and I'll roll Barbara first.
Assassin's Creed style, bro.
Do you have any bonus dice on your roll, Barbara?
Jack of all trades.
Barbara?
Yeah.
Do you have any special melee attack skills?
Right. Thank you for asking. I have martial arts, artist.
Alright. Anything else?
I have
Yeah.
metal sword and sword training.
So your sword training is benefiting this attack. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes with 1 dice break. I didn't say hitting the Geno soldier level 2 challenge, but you easily surpassed that because you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 5 with a dice break. Oh wait, I didn't roll the star points yet, so that's gonna raise you even further likely.
Ooh.
That brings it to 6
Nice.
plus a dice break, which means that's enough to be a critical hit.
Ooh.
So
You got critical.
as he runs
Hell
into
yeah.
the narrow hall with you, you swing your sword right at head level, and you like swing it right at him, and he like had raised his gun, and then he a little bit of blood comes out the mouth, as the head rolls off, and the body falls limp.
Let's go, Barbara. Let's go.
Rejected! Rejected!
Meanwhile, Torian. I realized I forgot to mention that all the enemies are trying to shoot you guys, but that should be a given.
Yes.
Do you have any melee attack abilities, Torian?
Not really. I don't think would physical strength do it, or
Physical strength
that
would add a
not- I
die,
don't-
yes.
okay.
And I'm gonna go and say, also, your large size is gonna add a die in this scenario.
That makes sense. Would my acrobatics with jumping also add a die, or
Your jumping skill will, your acrobatics won't. Or are those the
okay.
same thing? Are those 2 separate
those
skills?
are the same thing.
Those are 2 separate skills?
I think those are the same. So I guess
Oh.
mostly just jumping.
If you don't specifically have a jumping skill, I'm gonna say that the acrobatics does not add a die to an attack, but it would add it to dodges.
Okay, I will clarify. I wrote acrobatics parentheses jumping, so I
Yeah.
maybe just rewrite that to just jumping and.
But then jumping won't benefit dodge checks. Acrobatics is generally more helpful than a
Oh.
pure jumping skill, I will say that. But later on, you could level up a primary...
Oh, fair enough.
Wait,
fair.
did we not give you a specific ability based off the fact that you have frog legs? Acrobatics,
Shoot, I don't think
intimidation,
so.
extendable tongue...
Maybe not. No.
So I'd say remove acrobatics and just make it jumping, because you're supposed to specifically have a super jump ability.
Specifically.
Listen,
Okay.
don't make fun
Do I
of
get a
me.
star point for correcting
No,
the
you
DM?
don't. In fact, I'm gonna take a star point away. No, I'm kidding. We're not gonna take one away. I am gonna give a bonus die for your jumping skill, though. Are you gonna spend any star points?
Okay. No.
You got 4 successes with 1 dice break, which is enough to jump up and crunch him underneath you, definitely hurting him, but not yet killing him.
Okay. Cool.
Meanwhile, Hopper, you're doing a melee attack with your sword. Do you have any special melee training?
Let me double check. All
Generally-
I have mentioned is a hidden blade.
But do you have training in it?
No,
All
but
right.
it's a part of me. So
But you are going to have a
sure
disadvantage for not having knife training. And I will quickly say, when I ask if you guys have skills is the optimal time to tell me if you're using star points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to spend a star point to get rid of the disadvantage from lack of training?
Yeah.
Alright. You got 5 successes.
Nice.
Assassin's
Creed.
Which is enough to get a critical hit, so you run up and you right into the windpipe, and
No, I didn't run up. I magnetized. I was already on the ceiling.
Yeah, you
I dropped on him.
Oh, okay, you run across the ceiling and then drop down, and they fall like a sack of potatoes under you. But now, none of you made any conceded effort to dodge the turrets firing at you.
What are you talking about? There's a bubble around us.
There's a bubble around Torian. I feel like because you both attacked separate genome soldiers, you do not benefit from the bubble. But you do have your shield. The turret fires on you, pops your shield, pops your shield off, and also deactivates Torian's, or damages Torian's bubble shield. This also gives you the time you need for your other shield to be recharged underneath the bubble. So your normal shield recharges. And now we enter the next round of combat. What does everybody do?
Alright, I think I'm gonna get next to Hopper, so my bubble shield also protects her too.
Alright.
Bubble shield protects me from roundabout.
And then?
And actually, I'm probably gonna wanna just, in hindsight, I think it might be better to try to punch the genome soldier that I was working on and then move next to Hopper.
So you'll major action punch, minor action jump backward. Alright.
Yeah.
What about everyone else?
I'm gonna loot the. I'm gonna check his pockets.
He has a plasma rifle, much the same as the one you already have. Other than that, it's just the armor they're wearing.
And testicles.
I also want to vent my rifle.
You have not fired your rifle once.
What are you talking about? I fired it twice.
When?
Once when I was in space. Twice when I and another time when I was firing at the turret.
You are correct. I forgot about both of those. Thank you for correcting me to your own detriment. I'm going to give you 2 star points for that.
Fuck yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, correcting me on my mistakes to your detriment gets you star points. And so you're going to use your minor action to vent. Sus.
So why didn't I get star points when I corrected your pronunciation of specifically?
When you correct mistakes to your own detriment. If you bring it up again, I'm going to remove a star point.
But then it will be to my detriment.
No, Braid, no.
No.
I'll be reasonable.
Alright, what are we doing? You still have your major action, and Hopper still has all of their actions.
Man, the fact that it annoys me that I gave up my Marshall so I could have the main things on Hopper, it really bothers me.
Yeah, for those who don't know, I made Doodle rebuild Hopper because in the old campaign they had many level ups from a long time, but I was like, I want you to be on the same level as the other players. So they had to go through all of their skills they had and pick and choose what they had. And de-level their character.
The thing is, like, they always had these are built onto them. The one thing where it's like, oh, the hidden blade, so cool. Doesn't have the martial skills, so therefore it's always fucking.
It's alright, it's just a single point of disadvantage, which you can always burn away with your star point.
Well, my brain, all I could think of is with my brain is because I don't know how big the turrets are. I really don't.
They're basically just a rifle hung from the ceiling with picture a. It's the same size as a rifle and a CRT monitor if you put them together. Like an
Then
old
can I
CRT
sever
computer
it?
monitor. Yes, from its the thing it's hung on the ceiling.
Yes.
You can run over and attempt to cut it free from the ceiling.
Yes.
All right. Meanwhile, what is Barbara gonna do with their remaining major action?
Well, Barbara contacts the other two and says, "Hey, what are you guys doing? Are you two okay?"
We're doing just dandy, dealing with some turrets right now. Are you doing all right?
Oh, I'm great. I killed a guy.
Some.
Excellent.
Do you,
I'm proud
do
of
you need
you.
help?
Well, more help wouldn't hurt.
All right. Do you travel to the hall or the
I-
prison room?
No. First, I pick up that guy's other rifle and I go, "Well, it might hurt them." Cocks it with one hand as she holds both rifles in two hands.
The gun doesn't have a cock, but I appreciate the joke anyway.
Sorry,
It just
Barbara
has
will find a
testicles.
cock on it.
What?
Sorry.
One of my favorite. I was gonna
I don't
say
feel good
this.
about that.
One of my favorite jokes in all of media is from Scary Movie 4, and it's the scene where they're all getting ready to go and fight the aliens, and one of them's holding a shovel, and he's like, "Let's kick some alien ass," and he cocks the shovel like a shotgun, and a shell flies out of it. And then every time he hits an alien with the shovel after that, he hits them and then cocks it again every time.
Okay, that actually
Pink,
is really funny.
pink. Also, immediately preceding that is another joke I love, which is, he hits an alien in the head with the shovel, and the head goes flying off, and he's like, "Guys, I found out the alien's weakness! They die if you knock their head off!" Scary Movie is genuinely fucking hilarious. Although,
one?
the only jokes, it's been a while since I saw it, the only jokes that don't age very well are the Viagra jokes from the last time I saw it. I gotta rewatch that movie because it's been like 5 years, but... Because the Viagra joke
it's really
is just...
awkward.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
haha, boner. Okay. That stopped being
Alright.
funny a solid minute ago. Why is this joke 4 minutes long?
Alright, stay focused, Brian.
Alright, which room are you gonna go into?
Also, I looked it up. That's Scary Movie 3.
Is that Scary Movie 3? The one with the aliens?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
4.
The shovels.
Yeah, I love that scene. Which one's Scary Movie 4 then? Did you go into hall or the prison cell?
The hallway, because I don't know that the prison cell leads that way.
Good in character thought. I'm gonna give you a star point for that.
Yay.
Alright, I keep flashbanging everyone by mistake. I apologize to all my epileptic viewers. Alright, so you make it there, and now I'm gonna roll for Torian's, punch.
Just go grind his spine.
You got 2 successes, 1 dice break, but because you're already on top of him, I'm gonna downgrade the difficulty from a level 2 to a level 1, which means you land the hit. So you fucking punch him in the face and then jump backwards, getting Hopper into the bubble, and then Hopper is gonna go over, still within the bubble range, I'll say, and try and do a melee on the turret with disadvantage.
Just bling. It goes up and then just
Were you spending star points and removing the disadvantage?
no.
You rolled 0 successes. With the disadvantage,
Nice.
that becomes -1, which is a
Yeah.
critical failure.
Yeah.
So, here's how actions play out now. So yeah, Barbara did their whole entire thing. Torian decks the guy in the face and jumps backwards, and as they do, Hopper runs just outside the range of the bubble, right up to the turret, getting ready to cut it, when the turret just right into the chest fires at you, and you go flying back.
I bounce off like a ping pong ball.
But luckily you're wearing armor, and what that's gonna do is... Oh, your shield wait, your shield should be recharged at this point, right? No, you got shot last turn, so it hasn't had a chance to recharge yet.
Correct, Mundo.
Because it recharges... Hang on, no, wait.
After your turn.
Shields restart at the recharge at the start of your turn, so I gotta remember to go over here and recharge everyone's shields at the start of a turn. So your shield actually would protect you, but I want to punish your critical failure to a degree, right?
Uh-huh.
So, oh wait, no. You need to go a turn without getting shot for it to recharge. That's what it is. Okay, yeah, so you don't have it. So basically you're gonna get a critical hit and take double damage from them right now.
Okay.
Which is gonna mean 10 damage on your armors. 10 health taken off your armor.
I was so confused why you did it like that. Why did you just...
What?
The wait... No, I'm not saying nothing. I'm very... very... fight words.
It was an easier way to count out 10. It was the easiest way to count out 10. I went 5 across and 1 down, or 2 down.
If you don't make your damn things, I'm gonna make it for you. It's gonna stay like that.
What, my UI setup?
Yes.
It's gonna be a future art stream. Don't worry.
Future art stream you're never gonna have.
I am. The art stream is gonna be done on the. I'm gonna do it.
Threatening the DM.
I'm gonna do it on
keep her stars.
I'm gonna do it on the same day that, or the same week that the first episode of this goes up is my current plan. But that, of course, means
July?
it's gonna be a couple weeks before people see it coming up.
So July.
Anyway.
I have till July.
I don't know when the first one's going up. I recorded all the art videos in advance, though, keep in mind. Anyway, you just got shot, and the shot sends you right back into the bubble shield. Which means that Torian's bubble shield is going to get fired upon. By the one remaining thing, and the guy on the ground is also going to fire on the bubble shield.
What? I thought he's dead.
No,
you
he's
just
still
punched
alive.
him. Okay.
So your bubble shield gets knocked down by the remaining shots that fire on you.
Oh.
And now it is the start of a new round. So if you avoid damage, for an entire round, your bubble shield will fully recharge. I might try and hash out different mechanics for the bubble shields, all the shields. I'm realizing in play now that the shields are working weirder than I think they are. I thought they would. I'm gonna make the call right now. I'm gonna say, going forward, shields recharge at the start of a round no matter what. Because that makes more sense in my head. But they only recharge 1 energy charge at a time. So your bubble shield gets shot down, Turian. So it's gone, but it gains back 1 charge. So you can try and use it has a minor action, turn it back on. It got forcibly turned off because it ran out of charge. So you'll have to put concerted action into reactivating it. Meanwhile, these Warren shields, they passively are on at all times. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm not making total sense and consistency, but listen, like I said, this campaign is the most haberdashed together because this system was built years ago in an older version of Heart of Action, and I'm having to retrofit old mechanics in again.
You don't have to explain it to us, baby.
I'm explaining it to the audience who will be judging me. Always watching, always judging, watching, judging. What's everyone gonna do?
Alright.
People are watching? I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Just.
So
only just.
Oh.
Hopper calls out to Torian, just deal with the turret above.
Oh. Very well.
And then Hopper's gonna just My brain tells me using the power of Maddox propel herself forward to just shove against the other turret. The soldier against the other turret.
Wait, so you're gonna try and what?
Push the soldier up to the other turret.
All right, the turret's hanging from the ceiling, so you'd have to pick him up
Ye-
over your head, and he's 8 foot tall and armored.
Okay. I have magnets.
He's 8
And
foot tall and
I-
armored. He'll be heavy.
And I am a 5-foot person. 5'4" person. I will lift you even by your skull and hold you up to this turret if I have to.
All right, you can try that. I will
I
say
will try it.
lifting him would be a level 5 challenge. If he was nude, it would have been a level 4.
Okay.
So it'd be level 5 to lift him over your head.
Okay.
All
I
right.
could spend 3 stars.
So you plan on spending 3 stars on that. What's everyone else doing? Why is the,
I'm
why is the
gonna
music
try
not
to.
playing?
Because it stopped.
Okay. I think Torian's gonna try to jump up to take care of the turret that Hopper told him to take care of by jumping up, grabbing it, and yanking it out in order to disable it.
All right, so you're gonna try and melee the turret. Ripping out the turret from the ceiling, I'm gonna say would be a level 1 challenge. The turrets are not a hard enemy.
Okay.
And what is Barbara gonna do? I assume we're, for one, run into the room.
That's a good assumption to make. That's a good assumption to make, Brian. It's a very good assumption to make.
So that's your minor action.
Okay. And I'm going to charge at the turret before it even knows what the fuck is happening to it.
All right. Obviously, it should go without saying.
Wait. What about the one that's closer?
The turret. Wait. Oh, you want to charge at the one Turian's going after?
No, the one.
Turian's going at this one. Hopper's going at this one, carrying a person's body, lifting up the enemy's body.
Oh, is that the enemy's body right there? Is that
Yeah.
the enemy's corpse?
Nope, they're still alive. It's a still living enemy. Hopper's gonna lift a still living enemy and shove them into the barrel of the turret.
I'm going to help Hopper.
So you're going to help them lift the person. Okay.
No, I'm going to go for the turret with my I'm gonna switch swords.
Oh,
first
so you
of all.
plan to cut it with your energy
Oh
sword.
wait, no, what the fuck am I talking about? I've got 2 guns.
You're gonna plan to shoot it with both guns. Right after it shoots the body that Hopper's pushing into it? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Alright. Who should I roll for first?
Is that a problem?
No, that should be. I will say, dual wielding guns not intended to be dual wielded will provide a disadvantage to the check, but will
Okay.
double the damage if you succeed.
Alright, I will use however many stars it takes to eat up those disadvantages.
That would be 1 star, plus another
Okay.
one to get rid of your lack. Oh no, you're a jack of all trades. Never
also
mind.
jack of all trades.
Yep. I just remembered that. So who am I rolling for first?
Whatever the fuck you want.
I guess maybe Torian just to dispatch the
All right.
left turret quickly.
Do you have any physical strength abilities?
I think I do have physical strength as an ability.
All right, and
Level
because
1.
you're jumping and grabbing it, your heavy weight will aid with another die.
All right,
All right.
sounds good.
All right, hang on. I did the rolls. I'm gonna wait to describe everybody's actions at once. Who am I rolling next?
I guess you can roll Hopper next.
And you said you were spending how many dice, Hopper?
3.
3? All right. So I'll roll the normal 5, and then 3 star dice.
Magnet.
You got. So I'm just gonna, you got 4 successes with 1 dice break, which means that is not enough to pass. And you do not have enough star passes to change the success.
Okay.
I will say players are allowed to spend star points on each other, but I'm trepidatious giving that out normally because that has in the past led to players angrily demanding star points from each other, but I think you're all good enough that I can allow this to happen. Does anybody want to lend star points to Hopper to help them with this?
I will.
If you lend them
Of course.
if anybody lends them 1 star point, that's enough for them to try and roll another die and remove the dice break.
I will lend them 3.
So you're going to completely cover the cost of their ability and an extra die?
Yes.
That's very nice of you.
Well, you know, we've got like what, like 35 minutes
do you expect
at most left.
Do you accept Hopper? All 3?
I feel bad.
Well, don't.
Do you accept them?
Don't.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're still failing. You would need to buy another die. Do you want to spend your last 2 star points on buying an additional die?
Well, I'm not made
Yeah.
of stars, Hopper.
I'll take my star points.
Alright, oops.
Stop highlighting everything.
At what point will we have to spend like real money on star points?
You are allowed to spend real money on star points if you want. I sell them
No.
$1 a pop. So, you know, if before a session starts you want to buy me a $60 game, you can start a session with 60 star points.
My god, Brian's starting his own cryptocurrency.
But here's the thing. He's going to reset your shit to 5 at the end of the session.
Exactly. So it's not necessarily worth it.
You create your own economy.
Pay to win. And now I'm gonna roll for Barbara cutting the thing. Or no, you're shooting. You're dual shooting, and you want to spend the the 2 star points the 1 star point to get over the disadvantage from dual wielding.
Yes.
You have no firearms training, so you don't get a bonus die, but you have jack of all trades, so you don't roll a disadvantage. Okay. So. So, Turian leaps into the air, grabbing the turret, and its barrel swings around as you hear the creaking crunch of metal as their weight pulls it from the ceiling. Meanwhile, Hopper goes over and gets herself under the Geno soldier who's trying to stand up and heaves him with all of her strength and runs on thin air up towards the barrel turret, pressing the back of the Geno soldier directly against it as the turret unloads trying to shoot Hopper. Doof, doof, doof. And Barbara, having burst in through the door, unloads both her guns directly at the turret, exploding it to smithereens.
With just the biggest smile on her face.
The Geno soldier, whose armor is still held up, looks at Hopper. Ugh! And he's gonna grab her head and start trying to squeeze her head between his hands as we start the next round.
Help me!
I found Barbara.
He's trying to squeeze your head like a cantaloupe.
I found
What
Barbara.
is this gift that you have sent? It is, of course, it's Rambo firing guns. That makes sense. So we enter another round of combat. This Geno soldier is still alive. And actually, enough noise and time has passed now that another Geno soldier is gonna come running in through this door.
Stop it, you.
And 2 more come in from over here as the Geno soldiers that were in the one room you didn't explode are finally coming flooding into here.
What? There's only... What?
Oh,
How?
God.
How?
There's 3 more in the final room that have been drawn in by the sound at this point.
They weren't there...
They were in the last room.
The unexplored
They
room.
spent all of their actions last round getting in here.
Okay, so last round, they spent their turn, which we didn't know they had,
Yeah.
to get into the hallway that I was in before. but I had
They
left.
came running in right behind you as you were lighting up the turret. So, what is everybody gonna do now?
Do I notice them behind me, or
Yes.
are they super stealthy?
No, you notice them. They're not. They're running in, going like, "Oh, oh, oh."
I want to, since I'm dual wielding anyways, I want to turn around and shoot them both point blank.
Any of you who want to say you're smart enough to pick up on it will realize that these things are like, they are clearly communicating in some language that only they understand, that consists of yells and grunts.
I do have multilingual.
So you can actually understand what they're communicating, roughly. They're very clearly communicating in a primitive way that you are intruders, that you are others, and that they need help fighting you, and that they want to kill you. You are the other, you are the enemy.
Can I also go?
Do you want to try and charm them?
Yes, but in their own language.
Yes, now that I know you know their own language, that's going to give you an extra bonus.
I am a barbarian, you know.
I did not realize you knew their language because I forgot you had multilingual. So I'm going to go ahead and do a charm check, rolling your extra charm die, and rolling one for you having multilingual, but it's going to be a level 5 challenge. Do you want to spend any star points?
I'll spend one.
Just one?
I'm gonna laugh because you just...
I presume we're nearing the end of the round. I'm thinking once we finish this encounter, we'll end, because I don't think you guys want to go much longer, right? Because it's getting late.
I have stuff to do.
It is getting very late.
So, do you still just want to spend one?
Yes.
All right.
I'm just laughing because my head is like, Barbara's like, oh no, and lights them up like, oh.
You got 3 successes, not enough to pass. Do you want to spend more star points and more dice?
Oh no.
At this point, it's now 2 points per die.
What?
Yeah, before you roll, it's 1 point per extra die. After you roll, it's 2 points per extra die.
Yeah, he's very expensive after the first round of it.
Nah, just fucking shoot him.
You already spent your major action trying to charm them.
Okay, then I'll do the dice thing. Whatever you
How do you want to buy more dice?
Sure, but just one more.
So that's 2 star points for one more. You need 5 successes. You had 3. Still failing. Do you want to buy one more die? You're still at 3.
Okay. But what are the odds?
You would need to get a 10 that then bursts into another success.
Whatever. I'm a gambling girl.
No, he's saying that you're succeeding. You're succeeding.
So you had 3, you needed 5, meaning you had to, in that last die, get a 10 and have that 10 burst into another success.
Okay.
So you rolled a 10, which rolled a 10, bring you to 5, but I still had to roll another, which rolled another 10, bring you to 6, which rolled a 1, bringing you down to 5, meaning you pass.
Let's go, Barbara.
So they come running in and they're like, oh, and you're just like, oh, and they like,
we're speaking Stallone.
And you sort of grunt at each other, and they are looking at you curiously. Has the other one that just came and stands down, but the one you've already been attacking still seems quite agitated.
Well, I'm gonna just stab him. I have his head in my hands. He has his on mine. I have a blade.
So you roll 5 dice with a disadvantage.
Yeah. I have nothing to spend with my sheer will.
Crit success!
Let's go!
What? You get it?
Yeah, so he like looks at you, grabs your head, trying to squeeze it like a melon, and you just bring your knife and stab him in the eye, or like right through the mouth into the head, top of the head, and then pull the blade back, and he goes limp in your hands. And yeah, the remaining Geno soldiers have stood down.
Hopper's gonna carefully just get low to the ground, aka back on solid ground, just like, heavy. My arms hurt.
Hmm.
Again, I can't tell if you're in character or not.
In character.
Oh.
Pretty sure that was in character.
Yes, that was in character.
Yeah, the Geno
Okay,
soldiers are now looking at you confused because they're like, hang on, why are they communicating like friend? I can't believe you succeeded in that check.
Let's
Because
go,
me.
Barbara. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
To end
Um,
war.
and we're gonna end session there, and next one is gonna open up with all of you accessing the security terminal.
What a cliffhanger.
Ah, nice.
So,
Hell yeah.
I hope everybody has enjoyed this episode of Shadow Space. It was, I found this quite enjoyable. Oh, I
did.
didn't have the art visible that whole time. Wait. Oh no, it has been visible. I just minimized it just now, and so it stopped being visible. Okay, I had a panic attack there, thinking that I haven't been showing the map the whole time, but I have been. This is when I minimize it, it disappears. Yeah,
Ugh.
so that's been this week's Shadow Space. That was fucking great.
Well played, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Easy.
We survived.
So, words. I don't know when we'll stream this next, probably next week, but for those of you watching on YouTube, there will be more Shadow Space the week after next, because as I mentioned before, this is a bi-weekly series. But in the meantime, on the weeks when this doesn't happen, my other tabletop campaign, Fallout Retold, happens. So if you want more tabletop fun, go check that out. It also stars Doodle, so it's another place you can see Doodle. Also, if you want to see more Doodle, check out our Gary's Mod series. Doodle's in most of those. It's just
Everywhere.
dumb Gary's Mod shenanigans. Anybody want to plug anything?
Happy birthday to you, random stranger.
My phone charger.
Ha ha ha! Funny dad joke.
I don't have anything else.
I'm gonna plug my urethra. Haha, sounding joke. Hey,
Concerned cat.
hope you all have a wonderful night, and ta-ta for now!
Sounding is when you
Bye.
stick things up your dick hole.